Welcome into Giles County Bobcat football on the KSR Sports Network. Video streaming tonight as we come to you from Wartrace, Tennessee. JP Plant, Chris Bledsoe with you. And spotter Tony McLean tonight will be joining us here momentarily. This is our, and I mean myself and Chris, our first run at video streaming. So do bear with us tonight as we try to bring you the best possible coverage from a loud and packed Champion Stadium in Cascade. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. It is a high kick and fielded at the 22-yard line where Cascade will have 1st and 10 to start this ball game.
Good high boot that time. We're going to get a chance to see the Bobcat defense out here first. Looking to get a big stop here tonight. This is a packed house, JP. You mentioned it just a moment ago. You don't want to give Cascade any momentum early in this ball game by allowing them to have a big drive or any big plays. You want to come out here, get a quick stop, get your offense on the field, put the points on the board to keep this crowd to a minimum tonight.
Absolutely. All right, getting the start at quarterback is
number 2. That's Sam Bradley.
Number 2. Sam Bradley back there, the junior, back to pass. First is incomplete, and it will be 2nd and 10.
They look to try to go quick that time. The Bobcats playing, giving them a little space there. They tried to go quickly. Quick slant. Just a bad ball that time by Bradley.
All right, trips to the right side as Cascade moving left to right. Actually got 4 wide receivers, 5 total. Pass is incomplete. Was it a lateral? No, it was a forward pass and goes incomplete. And 2 quick passes there by Sam Bradley for Cascade, and quickly it'll be 3rd and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
2 design plays there to try to get Bradley in some rhythm, get things going the way you may want it to. He just hasn't had 2 good balls yet. That brings up a long 3rd down for this Cascade offense. That could mean trouble.
2 wide outs to either side, and they have gotten them to jump off sides. And that will give a free 5 yards for Cascade.
Not what you wanted that time. There was a Bobcat that came in off of the sideline. Number 42. I didn't for the Bobcats there. Just, again, fresh off the sideline, jumps off sides. 3rd and 5 here. Still in good position if you're the Bobcat defense.
Back to pass. It is incomplete, a little low. Intended for the wide receiver, Corey Gooch, a senior. And so 3 incomplete passes, and the Bobcats will get the ball back. As on to punt is Gabe Perez. Back deep for the Bobcats. Just inside the Bobcat territory is Spotty, number 3, Jack Reese. On the near hash, the ball spotted in the center. 11:48 to go, opening quarter, and the punt is a high spiral to the far side, takes a Cascade bounce inside the 30, and will be downed about the 22, 23-yard line. And that's where Giles County will have it 1st and 10 on their first possession.
Good-looking boot that time for Cascade. Interesting, I guess, choice of play calling there. You go 3 really short passes, and none of those are able to connect on plays that if you get the ball there, the receiver has room to go make a play, and Bradley just couldn't make it happen. Bodes well for the Bobcats, but that's something to keep an eye on. We can't depend on him to miss those throws all night.
Absolutely. The Bobcats in their white jerseys, gray pants, and the black helmets, gold numbers. It's a good look for the Bobcats, in my opinion. Cascade in their all black with the orange numbers. Randolph under center. We'll give to the first man through. I believe that's Buckner, the fullback on the carry.
I think you're right. I think that was Buckner there. And I say this, I feel like almost every week, but David O'Connor likes calling that play on first down. And when you got your fullback handing the ball off, you can go pick up 4 yards. You're moving in the right direction on that drive.
2 wide outs to the left. Shotgun formation now. Franchise. Fake the toss. Keeps it up the middle. Then is wrapped up by Zashwan Swaggerty.
That was Swaggerty. That's the senior there. We talked about him in pregame. He plays that inside linebacker spot. Good-looking kid at that spot. Doesn't have a height or weight listed here, but he's probably every bit of 6 foot, close to 195, 200 pounds.
Tell you what, so nice to have a spotter here tonight.
It is,
Thanks to Tony McLean again, who's going to be in our ears all night. You won't hear, but we will, and that's all that matters. She's going to keep us honest. 3rd and 3. Franchise will hand it off and get nothing, but a flag comes in late from the back judge, and we'll see what this call is. No score as the Bobcats' first possession after a 3 and out. It's going to be a personal foul face mask on Cascade. So that, Chris Bledsoe, will be a Bobcats first down, a Winterburn and Associates first down.
We'll take it however we can get it there. Not sure what Franchise saw on that read. Would have been nice to either pitch that one or get the ball over to the tailback. But he decides to hold on to it. Luckily, we get a face mask penalty. Can allow this drive to keep trolling on.
All right, from the 44-yard line, the minus 44, in motion is Collier. Pearson, but back to pass. Franchise has a man open, incomplete. Just led Damari Allen a bit. And in on the coverage for Cascade was Zacchaeus Dixon, a junior. But Bones, as we've seen a few times this season, can get behind the defender, Chris Bledsoe.
Yeah, he was there in good position that time. Tough break for Randolph. I like the idea of, trying him on that particular play.
All right, so 2nd and 10. Trips to the near side. That's the left side of the field. The wide side, give to Collier. Pearson is going to be snowed under as that defensive line for Cascade led by Gabe Graham, who got the tackle there coming from his left guard spot. And it will be 3rd and 10 now for the Bobcats from their own 44. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. No score from Cascade.
That's the dangerous part about, going for a shot play on first down. If you don't pick up anything there, then you're forced in a situation when you try to run it on second. You get nothing there. Now you're looking at a long 3rd down here.
All right, so 3 wide outs to the left. And the tight end stacked on the right side of the line. Empty backfield. Franchise Randolph back to pass. Going to be flushed to his left. Rolling, throwing, caught at the 40 and making the grab for Giles County. It's a good look, but hard on the announcers to see the numbers. Jazz Bentley with the catch, but there, Braxton Burris on the tackle. But what a nice run there by Franchise Chris to come out and go the hard way, if you will,
yes, sir.
Rolling out to his left for the right-hander.
Going against his body there, tough break for this Cascade defense, but great-looking ball from X Randolph. Made a good throw, good catch by Jazz Bentley.
Empty backfield again, down the seam, caught, and into the end zone. Damari Allen right up the seam, and the Bobcats get on the board first at 8:54. They lead it 6-0 at region opponent Cascade.
Great looking ball from X Randolph. Hits Damari Allen going right down the seam. Allen catches it, puts the ball in the end zone. The Cats go up quick here. That's what you needed if you were this Bobcat team. You wanted to get a quick 3 and out from the Cascade offense, then go out there and put points on the board. Couldn't have asked for a better start to this ball game here on tonight. Big time play from the Bobcat offense, even better play from the Bobcat defense. Let's see if our special teams here can capitalize, put the extra point on the board, and the Cats take a quick 7-0 lead.
Alvaro Cabrera on for points. The snap, the hole, the kick. All good. 8:54 to go in the first quarter. Your score, Giles County 7, Cascade nothing, as you watch here on the KSR Sports Network.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
Welcome back to Cascade High School, actually at Cascade Elementary on the grounds there. Cascade High School just up the street. 7-0 as the Bobcats lead, and they will kick off here. And it's going to be a returnable on the far side. And out of bounds there for Cascade around out past the 30, right at the 30 actually, Chris, they're going to call it, and that's where the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10.
Decent return if you're Cascade there. Good coverage by the Bobcat kickoff unit. This is special teams has been such an improved part of this Bobcat offense and this Bobcat team all season long. The addition of Cabrera moving in to be your field goal kicker, especially on extra points, he's done a marvelous job. And then even Collier kicking the ball off, and then Cooper White doing your punts. Again, just a collective effort for special teams. Kudos to these Bobcats here thus far this season.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 29, and we'll get our graphics going here in just a little bit. Hand off to the tailback. A flag comes in after a couple of yard gain, and we'll see as the tackle there was Pearson Collier, who's middle linebacker now after the injury to Tate Bedford, but again, a flag on the play. Probably a hold, Chris, I would say.
It was in the vicinity where you normally see holding. And you're exactly right, JP. Holding call against Cascade that time. That Bobcat front four is really, really difficult to defend man-on-man, especially if you drop one line. If you bring one linebacker, now all of a sudden you've got a hat on the hat, and they're hard to slow down up front.
So it'll be 1st and 20 now from the 29-yard line, the 19-yard line. 8:25 to go in the opening quarter. Giles County up 7-0. Back to pass to the near side. It is complete to Corey Gooch. Another flag on the play. As there defensively, Darion London for the Bobcats. And I look down, I think that's on Giles County, Chris.
Yeah, I think they did put it on the Bobcats. I didn't recognize the signal that the white hat gave that particular time. He signaled for like blocking the back, but it couldn't be a block in the back against the defensive team here. So personal foul.
Well, he mouthed something as if he said what it was, but of course there's no microphone on the official, so.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, we won't get a chance to know that one until later on. Tough break for the Bobcats.
And, he's probably not able to watch because he's working, and that's why he's not here. But our buddy Elijah, who is our producer for our video stream, unable to be with us tonight. So want to let you know, Elijah, if you watch this later, hey, we miss you.
Without a doubt.
We're
missing you badly, partner.
We'll try to get through this here tonight. Give to the tailback. No, a keeper for the quarterback. And Bradley gets snowed under at about the 37-yard line. 38, they will actually mark his forward progress. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play, and second and long coming for Cascade. They trail 7-0. 7:50 to go here opening quarter. 3 wideouts to the near side. That's the right side, the short side of the field. Back to pass from the pistol, complete to Burris. He is held up there by Cooper White, and then Pearson Collier came in with what defensive backs and linebackers dream of, somebody holding them up for a hit.
Exactly. They did a good job of just holding them, waiting for the cavalry to get there. And Pearson Collier is a whole lot of cavalry, even by his lonesome. Did a good job of getting home, going in and making the big-time play.
Nice job, though, Cooper White on the initial hold, if you will, grabbing the shoe. So it'll be third and long from the 33, a loss of actually a yard or two there. And all we've seen so far in the passing game, just quick, almost laterals, but just a yard maybe forward. So we'll see if they eventually try to go deep. But 4 wideouts, 2 to each side, 1 lone setback. Screen pass is going to be incomplete. Okay, I thought it was low. The near side lineman was on top of it, Chris. It hit the ground, and it will be incomplete. 4th down coming and a punt. Team coming for Cascade.
4th and long here for Cascade. Great job by the Bobcat defense here, getting a lot of pressure up front, making it difficult for Cascade to do anything. And then, just to be totally honest with you, Cascade hadn't helped themselves a whole lot. Bradley hadn't been able to throw a rock in the ocean at this point. He's really struggling back there. If that continues, it's going to be a long night for the champions.
All right, 4th and 18. Reese back over his head on the snap. Back to get it is Perez. He gets the kickoff somehow from inside the 2, and a flag comes. I believe are they going to get a running into the kicker?
Flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness. The ball is down at the 49 of Cascade. He kicked that thing from the 2. It is a personal foul running into the kicker. Unbelievable.
That's absolutely insane.
Did he breathe on him wrong?
I'm not sure, but and here's the thing. In those situations, the ball is loose. You've got a chance to go make a play. I know you're kind of worried about this or you're worried about that, but if you go all out, let's go for the block. You try to let up, you still bump into the guy, then you get called for it. Tough break. Great play that time for the kicker. Did a really, really good job of turning nothing into something. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. Very tough break for this Bobcat defense here. But now let's see how we respond here in this situation.
All right.
Our score here 7-0. Thanks to our fearless leader back at the station helping us out, Miss Morgan.
That's right.
Making all the magic happen.
Yeah, Elijah, it's taking 5 of us tonight to replace you.
You ever wonder how important you are, partner? Listen, let that be a message to you.
So a first down after the penalty all the way to the 49 and a give to the tailback. Nothing doing as there defensively, Braylon Davis, big 99, who had a great game last week against Lincoln County. I believe a pair of sacks in that game alone, his first 2 of the season, Chris.
He did a wonderful job against Lincoln County. Here's the thing, Braylon Davis, for the most part this season, has been met with double teams. Lincoln County tried to go. They go quick here.
And maybe too quick. Probably illegal motion procedure, it appears. Yep, that's going to be the case. They tried to go too quick.
Tried to sneak one in on the Bobcats there. They were a little too quick for their own good that particular time. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
Tell you what a nice night for high school football. Beautiful landscape here in Bedford County, about, 10, 12 minutes outside of Shelbyville. Walking horse country. They had a walking horse bring out the flag for the national anthem. Here is back to pass and chase down from behind for the sack. C.J. Mazik, a sack for the Bobcats as he just came for the backside and chased down Sam Bradley and had no chance there, Chris.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. C.J. Mazik does a really good job of utilizing his hands, getting guys and getting off of his block. And then typically when that happens, after he beats that guy, he's so small, most quarterbacks are not going to outrun C.J. Mazik to the football, or outrun him, period. And Bradley thought he could do it. Didn't have a chance. C.J. Mazik tracks him down. He also had a couple sacks last week in that performance against Lincoln County. Him and Braylon Davis picking up right where they left off last week.
All right, so 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 from the -40. Quarterback keeper Bradley has some room across midfield into Bobcat territory and just about 3 yards shy of a first down on the tackle for the Bobcats was Brayson Jones. But a nice gain there by Bradley, and they're going to go for it on fourth down, 4th and 2. Big run of 18 yards there for Bradley. They look over to the sideline. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Yes, it is.
You can get off the field after that blunder on the kickoff. Excuse me, the punt. This would be huge for the Bobcats.
5 down linemen. They want to bring a possible 6 Collier, and he jumped a little too much. Going to be offsides. And, Chris, unfortunately, that's going to give Cascade a first down.
Got to be more disciplined than that if you are Giles County. At this point, this drive has continued because of some mental errors that you've had. You've got to be able to correct that. And here's the thing. I talked about resilience. You want to be able to bounce back. You had a blunder on a punt that should have got off the field. You had the offsides here where you could have got off the field. Let's see if you can figure out this situation here and be able to get off the field the next 3rd, 4th down.
All right, 1st and 10 from the Bobcats 4 to give to the tail, but nope, they fake it. And it is caught. Oh, my goodness, what a play. It was intended for Garrett Caswell. It came into his breadbasket, stripped from behind. The ball was floating up in the air. He was like a juggler, and a Bobcat came in to hit him, and then the other receiver next to him made the catch. What a play.
I don't know what kind of volleyball program they have here at Cascade, but I know 2 guys that ought to be trying
no
out.
Kidding. Darian London there able to bring down whoever caught that ball, but it is a first down from the 26 for Cascade. Going deep this time, far side, over the shoulder, incomplete. Man, that was a good play, and a late flag came in. Oh.
If this is the defense, this is a pass interference. That was one of the later whistles and flags you're going to ever see in high school football. And it's not.
Wow.
One goes in favor. Well, correction.
Okay. Offsetting penalty. So there was an illegal procedure on the offense, and then, yep, they did call that defensive pass interference in the end zone. Maybe he just couldn't get the flag out, but that was really, really late. Almost a great catch. Couldn't see from our advantage if there was contact in that far corner, but either way, first down again from the 26. Cascade with the football, trailing 7-0 to Giles County. And
that's him again.
Wow. Just a mishandled play as Bradley went back to fake the handoff. Nobody was there, and by the time he realized it, there was big 99, Braylon Davis, right in his chili, and brought him down for a sack. Speaking of chili, tomorrow, Saturday, first Saturday for me to watch some college football. Going to make some chili tomorrow.
Hey, man, I look forward to it. Just shoot me the address. I know you're in the Lawrence County region. Shoot me an address and a time.
That's right. We'll need a taste tester.
There we go. Braylon Davis having a marvelous performance this first quarter here, really picking up where he left off against Lincoln County. The little big man, if you will.
Little big man. All right, so 2nd and 15 after the loss of 5. Clock stops at 2:58. A whistle, a timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Giles County leading at Cascade 7-0 here on KSR Sports Network.
May Oil Company, a 4th-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
Welcome back to Cascade. 2:58 to go in the opening quarter. Bobcats lead at 7-0, but the champions are driving after a couple of penalties. A running into the kicker. kicked it from the 2-yard line, and because of the line of scrimmage and the penalty, got it all the way to the 49 and another one. And a quick pass is complete. Down the far right sideline goes Corey Gooch, and a first down into the red zone for Cascade. And Cascade starting to make a little hay as the big boys come in for Giles County now. First and goal from the 6.
Big defensive package here. This is, again, we talked about it a moment ago. You've had a lot of things go against you on this drive. Can you come up with a big goal line stop here?
And it's going to be Bradley off the right side and down close to the goal line, but just short. They say he's going to be out at about maybe the 2.
Folks, when we tell you we don't have a very good vantage point here at Cascade, we're not just kidding. It's hard to see from here. Maybe the 2.5-yard line.
So second and goal, 2:22 on the clock. Deuces are wild here for number 2 at quarterback for Cascade, trying to punch it in to tie the score here. Bobcats lead at 7-0 for now. Give to the tailback, up the gut, and into the end zone. Nate Zimmerman off right tackle, found a hole, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Did he get in? He did get in, did he not?
I haven't heard an official signal. I hadn't seen a signal. I don't know if he got in.
How did he not get in? Are we not at the 2? All right.
I won't argue with the official on that one, JP.
Scoreboard says third and goal from the 1. My apologies, folks. And Wildcat going to try to jump over. This time Nate Zimmerman again. And now the score for the touchdown for Cascade on third and goal. The Wildcat direct snap to Nate Zimmerman, and the 5'11 junior just jumped over the line and just got in for the touchdown. As Cascade now set to tie this, I believe. They have the swinging gate out to the left side. And, yes, it will be, I believe, Braxton Burris. No, they're lined up as if they're going to go for it for 2, and they are. From the swing gate and up the middle and in, yes, got in was Braxton Burris. I didn't get who the Giles County player nearly caught him, met him head on, Chris, but that was enough for Cascade, and they take an 8-7 lead here late in the first quarter from Cascade.
Tough break for the Bobcat defense there. Just really couldn't get it figured out here.
The game clock is still running.
The game clock's still ticking away. You had a lot of things that did not go your way on that particular drive. We just couldn't get out of our way. There was a couple of questionable play call, a couple of questionable penalties thrown on one of those. One of the ghost penalty that we saw here a moment ago, thanks to one of our viewers, Mr. Fagan Irwin, said the referee called roughing the passer on the play. The ball goes in the dirt here. It was right before we had the punt that, again, the Bobcats got called for roughing the kicker there. Just a lot of unfortunate things for the Bobcat team on that defensive drive there. We didn't get it. We talk about this week in and week out, but penalties and turnovers will get you beat week in and week out against good teams as well as bad football teams. You go out and turn the football over and give teams an opportunity to put points on the board, they're going to do it, and unfortunately that happened for the Bobcat defense on that drive.
So Gabe Perez on for points. On for the kickoff. And back deep for the Bobcats will, I believe, be Darian London along with Terry Cheatham, as Fletcher had a foot injury in practice this week. So he is unable to go tonight. Just add that to the list, right?
Yeah, 2 days ago, that's what head coach David O'Connor told us pregame. Keep an eye on him. I think we're going to see him get a chance to participate on the offensive side of the ball before this season is over. He's a gadget-type kid. He's got really good speed. He's a low 4.4 guy, can absolutely move. And if you get him in open space, I think things can go well here.
All right, so 95 seconds. Well, now they changed it to 57 seconds on the game clock.
In there, I think.
Yeah, apparently. Cascade up 8-7 as they went for 2 after the 3rd and goal. Touchdown by Zimmerman. Perez kicking left to right. Takes a hop. The right footer puts a boot into it. Deep but returnable. It is London. Cuts across the right side, has some room. A flag comes in, but lots of space. London still on his feet outside the 35, close to the 40. But let's see where we've got 2 flags and a downed Bobcat. And is that Bentley over there? 24? Yeah, 24. Thank you, Tony. That is Bentley, Jazz Bentley, he's up on his feet. So that is a good sign. But he is hobbling just a bit. The call will be a hold or block in the back by Giles County. 2 of them, to be exact. And I'm assuming, I believe what they do, Chris, is they use the one that is farthest away.
There you go.
The most detrimental, right? Isn't that how that goes?
If you're a smart coach, that's the one that you're probably gonna. I actually believe they have the option to pick.
They do. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess they do have the option.
Yeah, but if you are,
always take the one that pushes you back the farthest.
There you go. There you go. Most detrimental to the other team there.
Looked like it happened just inside the 20 or close to it. So it will be 1st and 10, and I believe it's close to the 10-yard line. Once we get that up on the scoreboard, we'll be able to tell you. So the Bobcats, their second possession, they took it down and scored their first time. 39-yard jaunt up the middle on a pass catch by Damari Allen. Under center is Randolph. Gives to the fullback.
That was
Buckner. And Swaggerty defensively with the stop. But good gain there, Chris, on first down. Hey, moving forward, positive yards is what you want.
Again, you can pick up 4 yards or 3 yards on first down, running a fullback dive. You'll take that all night.
2nd and 7 as we tick under 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Cascade up 8-7. Randolph gives to Buckner once again. Buckner has a nice run. And Burris with the tackle. It will be a Winterburn and Associates first down as he gets out across the 20 to about the 22. 10 seconds and counting on the first quarter clock. And the Bobcats, Chris, will hold off and let the clock run out. And they'll have a first down when they flip the field down closer to us. So after one, Cascade leads Giles County 8-7 from Ward Trace, Tennessee, here on the KSR Sports Network.
This is Clay Dalton, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
Welcome back to Cascade. 1 quarter in the books as we start the second quarter. Give up the middle. It is Collier. Collier 45-50 into Cascade territory. And Pearson Collier, the senior, with a huge run for the Bobcats on first down. And the first play of the second quarter is a big one for the black and gold.
Big time run from Pearson Collier that time. Did a really good job. Followed right off the block from Bryce Rivers. TJ Cross did a good job getting to second level, kicking out the backer. Pearson Collier nearly took that one to the house.
Pistol formation for Randolph on 1st and 10 from the Cascade 46. Behind him is Collier. 2 wide outs to the left. Fake the handoff. Rolling left. Randolph looking deep. Has a man nearly picked off. I believe that was Collier over there that was open. But a nice job of jumping that pass line. And I believe that was Andrew Dow, Chris, who came out of nowhere. I'm sure Randolph didn't see him either, if we didn't.
No, very easily to lose him out here. Did a good job of just making a play on the ball. I like Randolph's play action that time.
All right, jumbo set. Collier in the backfield. Buckner behind the line. Give to Collier off the right side. Wrapped up at the 45. He gets down to the 44. And there on the tackle was Isaac Rhymes for Cascade. And it will be third down. What a great atmosphere here tonight.
Hey, it's a fun night
here. Oh,
here.
man, this is
over
fun.
here in Wartrace, man. They had a big presentation with their youth football team, so you got a lot more bodies in here than you probably would on a normal night, and they're excited for this matchup against the Bobcats tonight.
3rd and 8. McLemore in motion out wide to the left. Randolph out in the flat. Compete to Bentley, who's back on the field. Good to see Jazz back, but he was immediately tackled by Delonte Clay, who was pumped up for his defense there, and it is 4th down, but in that kind of middle ground where we expect to go for it here, Chris.
I think you're going to see the Bobcat offense stay looking for the Bobcats to go with a hard snap, hard count, try to get them to jump off sides, burn a timeout, then come out, figure out what play we're going to run here.
4th and 6 officially from the Cascade 43-yard line. Randolph goes under center, tried to get a hard count. See if they could get those free yards. They do not. And then, as you called it, Chris, Giles County will call a timeout. We'll take it with them. Your score, 10:08 to go, second quarter, Cascade 8, Giles County 7, here on the KSR Sports Network.
This is Mike Keefe for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Welcome back to Cascade and Wartrace, Tennessee, as the champions leading the Bobcats right now, 8-7. Want to send a nice little shout out watching tonight down on the Gulf Coast. Head basketball coach for the Bobcats, Nick Campbell.
Nicholas Campbell. Talked to him a little bit earlier this week. It's crazy to think, man, that basketball season is literally
just around the corner.
Just around the corner.
All right, 4th down, back to pass, going deep and just over the outstretched hands of Pearson Collier. He had his man beat and just a little high, but despite that not connecting, it looks like the plays are there for the Bobcats here in the early going, and you know they'll kind of get in a rhythm here, but defense needs to step up, but not too bad there for the Bobcats offense.
Not too bad at all. Good-looking ball that time, just a little beyond the wide receiver's reach there. Liked the play call, had a chance to go make a play, had a chance to pick up that first down, just couldn't quite make it happen.
So Cascade with the 1-point lead, 10:04 to go, second quarter. They'll have it moving right to left here in the second quarter in beautiful Wartrace, Tennessee, next to Bell Buckle and outside of Shelbyville. Home of the celebration, the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, ending the Saturday before Labor Day every year. And that was cool to see a beautiful walking horse come out to the 50-yard line with the American flag for their national anthem tonight.
Just been a fun night all the way around, JP. Again, from the presentation of the flag to what we saw, pregame with some of the little leaguers for Cascade. It's been a great night here thus far and a pretty decent football game.
They affectionately call this place the stable. There's a pass and incomplete. Whoo, that was close to another lateral intended for Nate Zimmerman, but goes incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The clock stops at 10 flat.
Again, Bradley has had some decent play calls. He can't make the throws. He's a junior, decent looking kid out there, 6'1", 195. I mean, he looks the part, looks the build, just he doesn't have the arm. And if he does, he hadn't showed it thus far.
So 2nd and 10 for the 42. Bradley will hand it off. Zimmerman, nothing doing. Stopped in the backfield as Braylon Davis, already involved in 3 tackles for loss tonight, had, I believe, 3 coming in, 2 of those last week, and he is making a name for himself on the defensive line the last couple of games.
He has been an absolute terror up front. That's LBM, the little big man. He's doing a marvelous job up front. You're not going to block him man on man. He's shown that here thus far the last 2 weeks and picking up again right where he left off against Lincoln County.
The Bobcats kind of doing a 5-down lineman as they walk one of their linebackers up, having to shift around a lot of folks with some injuries. It appears to be working. Back to pass, going deep. Cooper White was there defensively, and fortunately, I thought they were going to throw the flag based on what we've seen, but thankfully they didn't. The pass was intended for Andrew Dow, just way overthrown, but Cooper White step for step holding his own there defensively.
Good coverage that time by Cooper White, and here's the thing. We probably get a flag on that play if the referee thought the ball was catchable. Bradley put that one way out of distance, and the referee gave Cooper White the benefit of the doubt there.
It's a good point.
It's a tough crew.
Yes, it is. All right, Gabe Perez set to punt, and it is Spidey Jack Reese back at his own 30. Giles County, though, is a little prevent for a potential fake, but it's a bad handle. He bobbled it, able to kick it almost like a drop kick, Chris. And Gabe Perez will want that one back, but he got a little lemonade out of some lemons there. Down at the 39 of Giles County, and that's where the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10, trailing 8-7, 9:04 to go here in the first half.
One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. This will be a night Gabe Perez will soon want to forget. He has not had the performance he would want to have. A senior, listed 5'10", 237, big kid, good-sized leg, just hadn't been able to make it happen here thus far. Although the play earlier, the bad snap, and then still being able to get it downfield.
That was impressive.
And pretty impressive.
Yep. All right, Randolph in the shotgun. Collier to his right. They send a man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Moving to his left now. Randolph stops, sets, going deep. Has Allen, turns around. Did he make the catch? Did he make the catch? He did.
He caught it. What an absolute grab from D.A. Bones himself. He bobbled it going to the ground, was able to bring it into his chest. Big-time grab, big-time throw from ex-Randolph. The Bobcats in scoring territory.
My apologies, Chris. I was over here shaking him because he caught it, and I forgot that Chris is manning the camera. Hope it wasn't too shaky. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. A Winterburn and Associates first down. The option to Collier off the left side has room. Down inside the 10 and inside close to the 5-yard line. And on the tackle was Kane Harden for Cascade. But the Bobcats with an explosive play on first down. And that's just 2 guys making plays. Randolph rolling out, stopping and setting and making a good throw to where only his guy can catch it. And what concentration by Bones. Oh, my goodness.
Did such a terrific job on that particular play, and I think their connection with one another is just going to continue to grow as this season continues, and both of them are going to be returning next season.
Shotgun. Randolph
Counter
fakes it,
QE.
goes in, and walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Great play call that time from the Mad Hatter himself, David O'Connor. They go with a read option look. It's a counter. They pull both the guard as well as that tackle go opposite of the ball. Randolph does a good job of just following behind his blockers, gets upfield, puts that ball in the end zone. The Bobcats back on top here at Cascade High School. The former Cascade High School.
That's right, the old high school.
Yes, sir.
It's now the elementary school, but the sporting fields are still here. Baseball stadium, a nice facility there as well. Swing gate for the Bobcats. Cabrera set for point. And it'll be Hunter Wilson for the hold. And now we get a
We're getting a delay
whistle.
game.
Was that a hold?
No, it was a delay
Delay?
game against the Bobcat offense here. And just unacceptable. Like that, you just can't have that in those situations. Not sure who to blame or where that goes. There's not even a ball guy in high school football, so you can't put it on him.
Here's the snap. The kick is up, and the extra distance, and it is no good. It was wide left by Cabrera. And so at 7:55 to go, first half, it is Giles County 13 and Cascade 8. Back after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy Sundrop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold Sundrop today.
Back to Cascade. Bobcats with a 3-play drive, inspired in large part due to, I believe that was a 46-yard pass catch from Xavier Randolph to Damari Allen, who caught it basically on his back. And then 2 plays later, Randolph takes it in from the 5-yard line. An extra point was no good after a penalty, so Pearson Collier kicks it off deep. It is returnable from the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, off the right side, and brought down at about the 35-yard line, and that's where Cascade will have it first and 10, trailing again now 13-8, 7:48 to go first half.
Well, here's the good news. If you're the Bobcat defense, there's absolutely nothing you can do on this drive to make it any worse than what you did on the last drive. Between penalties, just a couple of miscues, a couple of misreads, it's only up from here if you're this Bobcat team. Cascade has proven to you that if you don't help them, they struggle to move the football. We helped them too much the last drive. Can we correct that here on this drive and be able to get another stop and then help kind of extend this lead? Because, again, this is a raucous crowd over here. As people can hear back at home. A lot of Cascade fans here.
Yes, there are.
You don't want to give this Cascade team a shot or even a glimpse of hope going down the stretch of this ball game.
Standing room only tonight. First and 10, right side, working right to left from the 35. Give to Zimmerman, has a hole, 40, 45, and barrels his way over towards midfield. And a first down. They'll mark him down at the 48-yard line of Cascade, and the champions want to go quick.
Cooper White did a good job that time getting in on that tackle.
So they'll mark him actually at the 49-yard line. Zimmerman behind Bradley in the pistol. 2 wideouts to either side. 5 down linemen for the Bobcats. Back to pass. It is complete. And then immediately hit. Forward progress at the 46 of Giles County.
Again, Cooper White that time on the coverage. Don't be surprised if we don't see the Bobcats tighten up that coverage later in this second half as this game continues. I'm not sure Cascade has the speed to beat them over the top.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Give to Zimmerman, but hold the phone. We've got a whistle and a pre-snap penalty. Delay, false start, rather. And against Cascade. So that 5 they just picked up. And we'll push them back and we'll make it 2nd and 10. Back in Cascade territory at the 49. A lot of good food options starting to see. We know we've got our football boosters down to our left, the band boosters, with some donut concoction. We smelled it when we came in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I just saw, I think, some maybe donuts
donut
with powdered.
I wonder, are those celebration donuts?
They may be. That'd be nice. Back to pass and sacked. Giles County gets back there, and it is C.J. Mazik. And the third sack of the night, Chris. That D-line is really holding their own.
C.J. Mazak does a terrific job getting off of his block. Another blocker attempts to kind of push him to the outside, does a good job spinning off of him, gets the quarterback in his grasp, and it was all she wrote at that point. This front four for the Bobcats has been much improved this season. They actually have 5 down.
Yeah, they've 5 down linemen as they walk them up, and here they come with pressure, and the screen is complete to Zimmerman. Out the 45 across midfield, and goes down to the 48-yard line of Giles County, but it will be 4th down at about 8. But again, Chris, I believe in that area where Cascade will probably go for it.
That play right there would have probably been a first down easily if it wasn't for the acrobatic play of Colt Ogle. He recognized the middle screen, spinned off of the guy that was blocking him just to slow down the runner, just enough to be able to make a play.
4th and 7 from the 48. Another big opportunity for that Giles County defense. Now Bradley sends Zimmerman out in the flat. 3 wideouts now to the left, 1 to the right. And Giles County and Collier try to jump the snap on the blitz, and will be a 5-yard offsides penalty, making 4th and 7 now 4th and 2.
Tough break for Pearson Collier on that particular play. Got to be a little smarter than that right there. But, you know, you got 2 guys over there, big defensive minds, one of those being Tanner Holly, your defensive coordinator, the other one being your assistant coach, Mr. Thomas, who played a lot of linebacker himself and knows what it's like trying to time that. You want to see Pearson do that, you just got to be better at it.
All right, so 4th and 2, under 5 to go first half. Bobcats up by 5. Give to Zimmerman and falls forward across the 40. That's where they'll mark him, and that will be about a half yard, enough for the first down, as getting up late was Braylon Davis, but he appears okay. But it will be a first down, I believe. Boy, that far side lineman did not give them a favorable spot. The near side guy, Chris, was almost at the 40-yard line. The far side marked it really on the outside of the 41.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Wow, they're going to
here.
measure this.
They are.
Let's see how close this zoom goes. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Chris Bledsoe, the cameraman, coming to a city near you, folks.
And it will be a first down. They just wanted to see how close we could get our zoom.
Yeah, they were
appreciate the
testing
officials.
they're testing my cameraman abilities here tonight.
See a lot of pink, of course, the cheerleaders in pink. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October. And you'll see a lot of the football players all over, really all over the country, but certainly we see it here in Tennessee. As Cascade with some orange gloves and pink gloves and pink towels. 1st and 10 for the 41 after the run from Zimmerman, and the clock starts back up, 4.5 to go. Cascade with the football in Bobcat territory, but they trail by 5. Give to Zimmerman, gets through the left side, has room, 35 down to the 30. And on the tackle for the Bobcats, Jack Reese from his cornerback position. And that may be enough.
I think it's going to be
first down. They're going to move the chains. No. Nope. 2nd and inches. And
that far side official over there.
Let me take the S off. 2nd and an inch.
That far side official over there is a hard guy to please when it comes to moving those chains.
I believe that is Burris in the backfield now. Nope. Number 6, not 0. The pass is complete inside the 20 as London there defensively. And it was complete to Clay, and that will be enough for a Cascade first down in the red zone down to the 19. And a good-looking toss there by Bradley. He just stepped back and slung that thing on a rope.
Yeah, put it right on the money. And again, there's been several times tonight, several plays they've called where he had guys in position to go make plays. He just couldn't get the ball there, and he's really improved on that here.
And now we get an official stoppage of play. They'll take a timeout. The teams are going to the side. And I guess the officials, Chris, are going to huddle up just a little bit.
The issue in the end zone with the coaching. See, not the coaching, but with the student section.
Yeah, they've got
I was getting ready to
portable
explain.
bleachers.
Yeah, we can show this to you. Their student section set it up here in the end zone. And not sure exactly what was said.
The air horns from our spotter, Tony. She's not only a spotter, she can hear.
She can hear. She's doing a great job over there. I just
reading lips with those binoculars, maybe, too.
There you go. There you go. Great job for her opening night at the spotter position. Again, our normal camera guy was unable to be here tonight, and it took 5 bodies to feel what one guy does. So, again, I'm not Morgan or Kenny, but this is your last night off, buddy, so enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
All right, under 3 to go. 1st and 10 for the 19. Give to the tailback. I believe that's Zimmerman, and stopped at the line. As getting up from the bottom of the pile, I see Collier. I also see Braylon Davis. Braylon Davis. And no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the 19. 2.5 to go first half.
You know, it always
Bobcats lead. Sorry, Chris.
You know, it always looks like Braylon Davis is slow to get up, but then I realize he doesn't have very far to go.
That's true.
He goes from chest to knee. He's already there. You know,
Yeah.
not a really tall guy. Not a long get up for him by any means.
It's rare you and I can say something like that, right?
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Talking about somebody's height. 2nd and 10. And the little jet sweep toss to Burris. And then wrestled down.
That was Wilburn.
Wilburn with the tackle for the Bobcats and did a nice job. He grabbed him, and he wasn't going anywhere after that.
He did a good job of just holding on. He's kind of emerged at that defensive end spot and done a really good job. We saw W.T. Eddy there some. We've seen Wilburn, and Wilburn has kind of taken the lead at that spot, getting a few more snaps than what we've seen. W.T. Eddy being able to sew up that edge could be huge for the Bobcats here.
3 wideouts to the left. 90 seconds to go first half. Back to pass. Bradley looking left, looking for the end zone. Has a man there. Ball tipped and incomplete as that was Drew McLemore with the tip. Cooper White also on the coverage with the pass intended for Andrew Dow, and it will be 3rd down now with the clock stopped at minute 24.
Another opportunity for this Bobcat defense. The board says 4th down.
It does.
Now, the board and the chains both say 4th down, and Cascade's still on the field here. Can the Bobcats stay on sides and not jump off here?
All right, 4th and 8 from the 17, and now we get a whistle and timeout Cascade. They may be wondering the same thing too. I don't know. I could be completely wrong and missed it down, but either way. So it'll be timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Your score, Giles County 13, Cascade 8, 1:24 to go, 2nd quarter here on the KSR Sports Network.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit.
So big 4th down coming for Cascade as we welcome you back to War Trace. The region battle here tonight. The Bobcats leading 13-8, 1:24 to go, and now a field goal attempt. It'll be from the 17, the line of scrimmage, and a 35-yard attempt for Gabe Perez from the right hash. The snap is up, it's blocked, and Cooper White comes out with it, and he's going to go the full distance. 40, 30, 20, a caravan of white jerseys, and a scoop and score on the blocked field goal, and the Bobcats had 6 more just before the end of the first half.
Big-time play from Cooper White. Hold everything. There is laundry on the field. However, it's a good sign the officials are moving in that direction. as if this play may stand.
That D-line for Giles County tonight has come possessed, and they are just getting penetration on every snap. And again there, had the block and Cooper White with the perfect bounce. That was one, wasn't it?
I believe that was Cooper White was the one who scooped and scored it. I'm not sure if Cooper was the one that got his hands on it, however.
He wasn't the one that blocked it, but he's the one that scooped it and took it all the way and had a caravan too.
Speaking as a licensed TSSAA official myself, I can tell you nothing good comes out of official meetings.
Huddle?
Yeah, when you see us huddling up.
When they do roll call?
Listen, I'm telling you that there's absolutely nothing good about that. You want to be able to communicate. You talk about that pregame, whether it's football, basketball, being able to communicate without having to get to this type of situation. So you see this as never good, but it may be a personal foul of some sort. I only know this because I see the pads are out, and typically that's them notating, again, personal fouls, things that could possibly lead to ejections if need be. So let's see what they come out. I'm believing the play is going to stand, however.
Yeah,
they have the motion for the team to come back the opposite direction. Cascade, obviously, hesitant to put points on the board. They don't want to give it up, utterly too soon.
Still conferring as you are watching with us here on the KSR Sports Network as we hit 8 o'clock on a beautiful Friday night. And here we go. The convention has been suspended, and now we get a personal foul. Yep, on Cascade. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
I don't think he knows for sure, JP. Let's see.
Personal on Giles County. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Cascade. Touchdown is good.
And the penalties, so there were two penalties against, if you're having a hard time following.
Okay.
Well, there's two against Cascade, one against Giles. The touchdown will stand. And it looks like the Bobcats declined because he gave the decline signal last.
Yep.
Because you can't have all of those being offsetting. One of those would have to.
Yeah, they declined the penalty because they want to keep
the points.
Keep the points here.
But it makes you wonder though, because if it both of those are dead ball, so you should.
All of them were, weren't they?
All of those are dead ball. So I'm not sure why you would decline in that situation because the points would still stand. You would just either decide whether you wanted to
kickoff, right?
On the kickoff, exactly.
Well, we'll see. Coach Thomas, the on-field coach for the Bobcats, is still talking to the White Hat.
Having a long, I'm sure, very polite conversation. He's not a very intense guy by any means.
He's very polite.
Very subtle. Is Mr. Don Thomas, a MTSU Hall of Fame member.
That's right.
Played inside linebacker.
A true blue Raider.
He certainly is. And Coach Thomas is a good-sized fella now. Could you imagine him, 25, 30 years ago, filling a hole in the middle?
All right, so Coach Thomas finishes his discussion with the White Hat, and the White Hat makes his way towards the extra point attempt coming for the Bobcats. So, again, it'll be Hunter Wilson with a hold, and Cabrera Alvarez in a bad hold and falls down and picked up by Cascade, and Cabrera saves 2 points. Well, I tell you.
Is it? I thought it was dead in high school. I think the officials were too late to.
Maybe you may be right.
Because if you throw an interception in high school on a 2-point conversion, I don't think you can score on it. But nonetheless, he wanted to get in the stat sheet with a tackle this season. He was able to do that there.
So Giles County leads at 19-8 with 1:05 to go here in the first half. However, Giles County has missed missed their last 2 extra point attempts, but they lead by 11. So it is a 2-score game, and Giles County will kick off to Cascade with 1:05 to go here left in the first half. A lot of meetings going on right now.
Yeah, lot of conferences happening in this matchup. tonight, but we're a minute and 5 seconds away from the halftime show here at Cascade Elementary School, where the high school formerly used to be. Bobcats do lead at 19-8.
Yep, the Sundrop halftime show, and that's happens to be what you have on the table here.
Hey, listen, it's hard to beat an ice-cold Diet Sundrop on any day of the week.
So Pearson Collier, who does have the brace on his left leg. I don't remember seeing that last week. Do you?
I do not remember seeing that last week, but after the amount of touches he had, it didn't surprise me they decided to.
So a line drive to the left side, and it will go out of bounds. And that'll bring the hanky and a good field position coming for Cascade as they trail 19-8 now with 65 seconds remaining here in the first half.
If you're Giles County, you have to be mindful that Cascade is well aware they found some success in the air late in that drive, the previous drive that they had. Also, it's a minute and 5 seconds before halftime. They know you get the ball back. They're going to want to try to push the ball here and try to put some points on the board. However, if you're Giles County, if you can come up with a quick sack or a quick loss of yards, you still have 2 timeouts to burn. Try to burn those, get the ball back, and then put some points on the board and extend this lead even further.
All right, so from the 35, ball is marked the right hash as Cascade moving right to left across your screen, trailing 19-8 here late second quarter. Pistol formation, Bradley with Zimmerman behind him. 2 wideouts to either side. Back to pass. Coming to the near side. It is incomplete. Intended for Braxton Burris and just a bit low. Jack Reese was creeping up on the play defensively for the Bobcats.
Jack Reese, spidey senses were tingling.
Yes, they were.
Almost got in to make the play there.
I think he's grown since last week.
I feel like
doesn't he look taller?
If you can stand next to Jack Reese and hear him growing.
Yes.
I mean, him and his sister both. Like every time I see either one of them, they just get taller and taller.
Pistol again, and the give to Zimmerman up the middle and stopped up there. I believe I saw 99 there, Braylon Davis. Was there anyone else there, Tony? Did I hear you say? Okay. So timeout as our resident official, Chris Bledsoe, was calling for up here. And the Bobcats obliged and stops the clock at 51 seconds. And now 3rd and 9 coming up. So, Chris, right where you want. And an opportunity, if you can get a stop and then get some cheap points, that momentum has to feel incredible going into the locker room.
Without an absolute doubt. And here's the thing. I told you before the drive started, you were in danger territory if you were Cascade because you're in an awkward part of the field. You're going to try to put points to the board because you don't want Giles to get it back and then you not be able to score here in this halftime trailing by 11. But if you miss on first down, then they try to go with a quick run on second down. You get nothing out of it. Now you're looking at a long 3rd down here with 51 seconds. The Bobcats burn a timeout. If you don't pick up some yardage here, you're having a kick from an inopportune spot, and you hadn't had a good punt as of yet. It hadn't went well for you. So, again, this is a dangerous situation if you are Cascade here. The Bobcats can get some pressure with the front 4. I wouldn't blitz here, wouldn't send many bodies. I expect Cascade to probably try to run it here, force Giles County to burn the other timeout. But if they do not, 100%, you want to try to get pressure with that front 4. Everybody else play good in coverage. Don't give them anything behind your head.
All right, so 3 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. 3 down linemen for the Bobcats. Back to pass. No, he's going to keep it. Bradley running, chase from behind, and tripped up. Pearson Collier with the stop at the 38-yard line. And Giles County calls a timeout, stopping it with 41 seconds to go. And, this is, for the defense for Giles County that started a little shaky. I mean, not bad, but a little shaky. It feels like they're kind of getting their rhythm here late here in the second quarter.
Well, here's the truth of the matter, JP. They were playing well defensively. It was penalties that got them. You didn't get beat. You didn't get gassed up. Nothing crazy happened, from that standpoint. They just, again, couldn't get out of their own way. You had a couple of offsides. You had the roughing the kicker, the phantom roughing the passer call that went against you. Another phantom call way in that corner of the end zone with the pass interference.
It is spooky season.
Yeah, and listen,
Chris.
Halloween, and the Phantom is here at War Chase. If you're looking for Phantom of the War Chase champions, he's here tonight. And so Again, tough break for the Bobcat defense, but that drive they gave up points, but now they've responded well here. And if you don't help Cascade, you've shown that you can get stops here.
So it will be Gabe Perez back to punt, and Spidey Reese at his own 30. They've had difficult snaps. That one's a good clean one and a good clean punt. End over end, caught, returnable by Reese. Goes to the left side, has room, has blockers, 45, 50, 45, 40, and corralled and brought out of bounds by Delonte Clay and Perez, the punter, but a good job by Spidey Reese. Caught it, went to the left side, and excellent field position, but Chris Bledsoe says he sees a hanky.
Yeah, there is. There's a late flag over there. There's some chatter happening over there on that sideline, and I'm not sure who or what it was, but I'm watching over here on this sideline, and there's a bit of a powwow going on. Coach John Thomas.
Somebody maybe on the sidelines, I think, for Giles County. And here's the call, unsportsmanlike on the Bobcats. And based on the reaction we were seeing, it appears that it was somebody there actually on the sidelines.
I honestly believe it was one of the members of the coaching staff.
I think so, too.
I think it may have been defensive coordinator Tanner Holly maybe over there. Wasn't sure. Him or former Bobcat.
Well, either way, it'll push them back. Still really good field position for the Bobcats. And still, we do have one timeout remaining, does Giles County. We're out of timeouts now?
Yeah, well, they used both. They had but two of them. It looks like the Cascade has one left. The Bobcats
that's right.
No, they haven't changed that first quarter sign up there.
Yeah, Giles
and that's why I think Coach Thomas was so upset. You were in great field position there. Still not in bad shape, but now you got to utilize the sideline here.
All right, so the line of scrimmage is their own 47, left hash, just outside of the center logo C, with the Tennessee Walking Horse in the middle of it. The Cascade champions, and an opportunity for the Bobcats with no timeouts, though. Randolph in the shotgun. Collier to his left. Three wideouts to the right side. Back to pass. Looking left. Man-on-man coverage. Allen down the left sideline. Incomplete. And it will stop the clock with 26 seconds remaining. And 2nd and 10 coming. And you'll take that man-on-man coverage, and Allen so far tonight has proven he can handle that.
Here's the issue. D.A. did a good job that time. That was an awful ball from Randolph. Didn't give his wide receiver a chance to go make a play on that one, and you're not going to win many games and be successful like that. And so, but I thought he did a good job of putting the ball, JP, in a place where either Allen was going to catch it or was going out of bounds, not allowing the defense to be able to make a play. So heads up that time for Randolph. Just wish you give his wide receiver a better opportunity there.
5 wideouts now, empty backfield. 3 to the right. Franchise in the shotgun, back to pass. Up by 11, looking left, looking. Unloads, has a man, Allen behind his man, and incomplete through the wickets of his breadbasket. But as I try to say that, but a flag comes out, and it will be defensive pass interference. He almost had that. What a pass.
He almost had it. And here's the thing. Heads-up play from the safety back there. He realizes I'm beat. If I don't hit him right here, he's going into the end zone. And in high school, it's not a spot foul. It's only a 15-yard penalty. Heads-up decision there. Take that 15 yards every time. You don't want to give up points here late if you can prevent it. He knew he was beat. Good ball. Tough break for D.A. That's a play I think he'll make going forward. Just couldn't quite get his hands on that one. Or bring it in. He got his hands on it, just couldn't bring it in.
So that puts the ball at the Cascade 38 with just 15 seconds now on the clock. Again, no timeouts for Giles County. 4 wideouts, 3 to the right. Collier in the backfield. Now he goes out to the right. Back to pass. Rolling left, Randolph. Coming back to the near side, being flushed. Gets a block, and now lets it go down the sideline. It is incomplete, intended for Jazz Bentley, as Landon Martin came in with a hit and a flag late, and it's at the 39-yard line.
They go roughing the passer.
They did go roughing the passer. Wow.
They go roughing the passer against Swaggerty there. Tough break for Cascade. However, I do believe, Mr. Fagan Urban, you're still tuning in. I think that's the return of the Phantom. Again, we saw one in the first quarter. It went against Giles County. This one actually goes in favor of the Bobcats. And I think they're going to bring on the field goal unit here and give.
Is that Cooper White?
I think that's Cooper White. They're going to give Cooper White a shot here.
So the long-distance field goal kicker. So the line of scrimmage is the 38. And so he'll be kicking from the 35, the left hash. So this will be a 45-yard attempt for Giles County. 4 seconds remaining in the first half in a 19-8 lead. And now they get 5 more yards. I guess they didn't step off 15, and they only stepped off 10. So that's down to the 34. So now I'll be kicking from the 30. So a 40-yard attempt coming up. 4 seconds, last play of the half. Left hash, snap is good. The kick is, the hold is good, but the kick is a little low and incomplete. The clock did not start, but that has to be the end of the first half because that was not an extra point. So
yeah, the clock never moved, so we've got to.
That's got to be the end of the first half.
Waiting for the official sign here. But, yeah, I mean, that's got to be the end of the half. There's no way. And then they finally trick it. It's finally trickling off the clock.
Okay. Now we got zeros on the clock.
It's halftime.
And there we go. So it is halftime. Giles County leads at Cascade. Your score 19-8. Stay tuned. The Sundrop halftime report comes your way after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
We meet by accident, a play on words. But when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair. A trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at biggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and our loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They're our friends and our neighbors. Together, we're making communities great. Member.
Welcome back to the Sundrop halftime report. As the Bobcats lead it at the half, 19-8. And the Giles County High School Marching Band is set to come on, and while they get set up, Chris, I guess it gives us an opportunity to kind of react to that first half as the Bobcats scored on their first couple of possessions and do take a 19-8 lead, some penalties. But Xavier Randolph looking awfully good outside of the pocket tonight. His receivers are making some plays down the field, and the defense has settled in particular, that defensive line. As Chris puts on the other headset. There we go.
Sorry, JP. I was doing some of my best talk
there.
That
was the spotter.
Yeah, there we go.
The spotter headset.
There we go. But you mentioned it. The defensive line is probably and I take the probably out. I was trying to be nice, but I can't bring myself to do it. They're the only reason you're in this ball game thus far. The only reason that you have a 19-8 lead. The pressure they got up front on that block punt that Cooper White's able to return, it doesn't happen without that pressure up front. So kudos to those guys. They've done a marvelous job here thus far. Can't be more pleased with what they've been able to do offensively. We've had some bright spots. We've had some spots not so bright. Defensively, as a whole, we've had some of the same. As we're kind of up in tight quarters. As head coach David O'Connor walks past us, he just kind of taps me on my shoulder and he says, "Pretty sloppy, boys. Pretty sloppy." And I'll tell him this. I'll tell y'all the same thing I told him. We'll take sloppy in the lead over pretty and down any day of the week. And so you got to learn how to win ugly football games. And sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes you don't hit on all the big plays that you didn't happen the way that you wanted to happen. But you got to learn how to win those ball games and be able to battle adversity in the middle of it. It's easy to go back and watch film Sunday and think, we'll get better next week. But can you gather yourself together in the middle of a drive, middle of a ball game, and say, listen, we got to correct this, go back out there and execute. I know there's some things being talked about in that dressing room. They're looking to try to fix some things that maybe we just missed cues that we didn't have in that first half that you can correct so that you're better in that second half. Kudos to this Bobcat coaching staff, though. I don't think any of us understand how difficult it has been since week one. JP, week one, every week when you return to practice on Monday, you have a new kid in a position that was not there Friday.
That's right.
And that's been we're talking 5, almost 6 weeks in a row now. That's been your testimony on Monday. And I know they'll just be excited to get out of here with a win. And then everybody that played Friday be able to practice on Monday.
That's right.
Would be a W in the Bobcats, book, because it just hasn't been the case. And so shout out to those guys. They've done a good job of plug and playing guys. And there's been so many Bobcats that have stepped up, young Bobcats, and had to play meaningful minutes, meaningful roles, play positions they never played before. And it's because everybody just having to do what we have to. I don't think there's any nervousness about it, because you're just, listen, you got to go make it happen. There's no time to think about it. Just go out there and make a play and do your job and trust the guy beside you. Cats have done that here thus far. A sloppy first half, but you're looking at a 19-8 lead, and again, we'll take that all day.
Absolutely. The Bobcats diving head first back into region play at Cascade tonight, at Community next Friday night. And we'll be not only here on video stream, but we'll be back on the air, so we'll be simulcasting next week. I believe Richland has their bye week next week.
That is correct.
And then another road trip to Jackson on the 17th. And I believe we'll be here on the video stream for that one before closing out at home on the radio against Forest and Sequatchie County. Should be two fun region opponents. Jackson, of course, Northside is a non-region opponent. As the Bobcats come in 2-3 on the season, 0-1 in region play, they look to even out 1-1. And looks like the Giles County Marching Band is ready to perform. We'll take a listen in and a watch here at the Sundrop halftime as we bring you the Giles County High School Marching Band. And your Giles County High School marching band here tonight from Cascade and Wartrace, Tennessee. 19-8 your score at the half. Bobcats on top of Cascade. This is the Sundrop Halftime Report on the KSR Sports Network.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your local one-call number or utility locator service. They can tell you the location of buried natural gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
At Haney Realty and Property Management, we strive to work with all of your real estate needs. Listing, buying, property management, or rental, we have got you covered. Call me, Daniel Haney, at 931-309-8291 or come by the office located at 109 South 1st Street in Pulaski, and one of our agents will be able to assist you. Our website is www.haneyrealtypm.com. Haney Realty and Property Management. We are your best friend in real estate.
For all your real estate, property management, and auction needs, contact Haney Realty Auction Company.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627, or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
First Realty Group has been serving Giles and Lawrence County and beyond for decades. We're first because we have the best selection of land, homes, and commercial properties to choose from. Our fair price promise means you can shop with peace of mind locally and with customer care not found elsewhere. We also understand the buying process and what it takes to make it easy, from title to escrow to closing. First Realty Group, first for a reason. Visit frg1.com for all of your buying needs in Giles County.
And we welcome you back to half. The Sundrop Halftime Report. Giles County leading at Cascade 19-8. Let's take a listen in a little bit to the Cascade High School Marching Band. Cascade High School Marching Band. And a great performance here, two outstanding bands. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will give you some scores and second half action. Sundrop halftime report. 19-8, Bobcats on top of Cascade. Back after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together, taste better.
May Oil Company, a four-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Reg with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
Veterinary Hospital, C&B Plumbing.
Welcome back. Final segment of the Sundrop halftime report. Bobcats lead it at the half, 19-8 at Cascade, as both bands just finishing up and both teams making their way out onto the field. We'll probably have about another 3 minutes or so of warm-up time. Just enough time for us to give you some scores elsewhere in region play tonight. It is Forest at the half leading Community 54-0, and Watertown at home leading Sequatchie County at the half 14-13. Both of those teams come in at 2-0 in region play. So the winner of that one will take sole possession of first place in the region with an undefeated 3-0 record. Giles County looking to draw even at 1-1, as is Cascade tonight. Community also 0-1, and Forest 0-1. Elsewhere, Richland at the half, shutting out Cornersville tonight, 31-0. You can hear that on WKSR 100.9 and 107.7. And the WKSR app. Mark Mize, Jennifer Hawkins on the call for that tonight. And Eagleville up on Moore County at the half, 14-7. Elsewhere in the region there, Fayetteville, 28-0. They lead at Huntland. And another game of note, it is Marshall County 28-0 over Columbia Academy. Second half action, we return to War Trace and Cascade. It is Giles County 19, Cascade 8 at the half. Second half on your way after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, wear the throwback uniform.
Well, boys, you see, It's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold sun-drop today.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
We meet by accident, a play on words. But when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair, a trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at biggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
Bobcats lead as we get ready to start the third quarter here in just a few moments. Both teams are back out. And game clock is ready. The officials blow the whistle as we are about ready to get both teams back out onto the field. So Cascade will kick off to Giles County. The Bobcats will receive the second half kickoff, leading 19-8. So as Chris joins me back up here, what are you looking for coming out of the locker room, Chris?
Just to clean up what we did the first half. You played pretty decent so far. You got a 19-8 lead here. You want to capitalize on what you were able to do the first half, take care of the football. No senseless penalties.
And London bobbles it and is hit, and the ball's loose. And let's see who gets it. Oh, that was a scary play. I believe Giles County comes up with it, but Darian London, Chris, just could not grab a hold of it. And Bobcats will get the football. And a lucky break. It was almost Christmas time right there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it could have been disastrous to say
Bad Christmas.
Yeah, tell me about it. It could have been very disastrous for the Bobcats. I barely even got the words out of my mouth. No turnovers, no senseless penalties, and then the ball goes to bobbling. That announcer's jinx can be really real at times, but good job for London being able to recover that. And if you're the Bobcats here, I mean, they're taking their pressure. I don't know if he's going to take a penalty here because
Now they were letting the play clock go down, then they reset it. They're still across the way. They haven't made their way. I guess they're going to run out and get to the line of scrimmage. 16 on the play clock.
Cats probably going to try to go quick here.
So Randolph looks like he will start under center.
Watch
Collier,
the pop pass to
or is
Buckner.
that is Buckner. Buckner gets it and goes off left tackle, gets a yard or two. And it will be second down coming for the Bobcats. Yeah, we've talked about how enjoyable this has been here. The weather's perfect. It's in the 60s now and starting to feel like fall. We smelled those what we thought were funnel cakes. I guess it's some fashion of a funnel cake, but also fried Oreos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Listen,
fantastic.
it's all pretty good over here.
Collier off the right side and gets some positive yards. A flag comes in from the deep line judge, and I wonder if that was a
I'm not sure
hit to the head.
I'm not sure who they're gonna get there, but this I guess it's a defensive coordinator over here on this side. He is not pleased at all with the official that made the call. The flag came from the official who was the furthest away from the play.
Yeah,
this could potentially be maybe targeting even.
Looked like the flag was flipped from the center logo horse, and now we get a hit. What is that called in high school? It basically what they do in college targeting, but a hit to the head. But is that what it's called in high school?
I'm assuming that you would use the same terminology, just targeting, but I haven't been in my NFHS football handbook, so I couldn't tell you for sure.
Either way, it's a first down for the Bobcats, a Winterburn and Associates first down.
We'll take them however we can get them.
Absolutely.
Should be a free 5 that he jumped.
And they didn't call it. So looking back over now is Randolph. Play clock down to 27. We'll hand it off to Collier. Collier off the right side, shifting, shaking, and gets to midfield. And a nice run by Collier, the senior, for the Bobcats on first down. Second and short from right at the midfield on the right hash.
Good looking tote that time from Pearson Collier. Does a good job of just getting north and south. I thought the Bobcat coaching staff has done a marvelous job tonight using him in spots, but also letting Buckner tote it quite a bit, like we talked about Monday at our coaches show.
And maybe putting a little bit more on Randolph's plate as well. We've seen a lot of rollouts, intentional rollouts, I do believe. There's been a couple of times where he's broken away due to the pressure, but a lot of rollouts as he does that well. Second and 4. Give to the dive fullback. It is Buckner. Buckner stiff arms out of the 35 to the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. Tackle there by Delonte Clay as he rode Buckner with the stiff arm for at least 10 yards.
Diamond Dallas Buckner with the Derrick Henry staple stiff arm. What a tote from the big fella. It looked like a runaway milk truck going up the middle that time. Buckner finding his stride here for the Bobcats.
And he stays out there. Collier had come in, but then Buckner comes back out. I guess you do a play like that, you get the ball again. He gets it right side, same play, down to the 15 and inside the 10-yard line. Clay once again, the last line of defense for Cascade, but another Winterburn and Associates first down into the red zone, and it'll be first and goal from right at the 10-yard line.
Dallas Buckner finding his stride. He's running really well here thus far. Those Cascade defenders want nothing to do with number 19.
Under center now is Randolph, and an impressive drive to start the third quarter after a near disaster on the kickoff, nearly fumbling it away. But now the ground game is working. Buckner once again, right side, powers his way down close to the 5-yard line. And we've seen this so many times. If it works for the offense and head coach David O'Connor, who calls the offensive plays, just keep going it until they make you stop.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. Whoever on the Bobcat schedule, you better hope we don't get 3 healthy running backs, because you'll see the same dive play with 3 different backs 40 times in a night.
Just rotate it. Buckner stays in there. This is his drive. And he is to the right now of Randolph, who's in the shotgun. He fakes the snap, then looks back over to the sideline. 15 on the play clock. Game clock 8:20 and counting now. Third quarter. Give to Buckner. Buckner lowers his shoulders, his pads down close to the goal line. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Bobcats.
What a tote from Dallas Diamond Buckner. DDB puts it into the end zone. 3 immaculate carries on that particular drive, just running like a wild man. I know for sure those Cascade linebackers are tired of trying to get their hands on number 19. He's an absolute load to tackle. Great drive from the Bobcats. Great job up front. I said it during the coaches show earlier, on Monday. I believe you could honestly put me, you, and anybody else back there, the tailback spot, and we could go run behind guys like T.J. Cross and Bryce Rivers, Wilburn, Caden Luffman, and then Big Cannonball at the center in the middle. They just do such a good job up front. It's easy to be a tailback. It's easy to be a runner when you've got such great offensive linemen up front like the Bobcats do. Terrific job up front. Great tote that time by Buckner. Bobcats up 25-8.
And they will go for 2 after 2 missed extra points. They've had a lot of back and forth with plays, as that's London who came in and down to 5 seconds on the play clock, and Giles County is going to have to call a timeout and looked like a little confused on what they wanted to do. I think clearly going for 2, but I think a little confused as to what play to do. But that drive will forever be known as the DDB drive for the Bobcats.
Yes,
Diamond
sir.
Dallas Buckner, what
Yes,
a
sir.
performance on that drive for the Bobcats.
Marvelous job from him, man. And then again, just did a good job of taking what the defense gave him. Even Randolph, just sometimes learning how to be a game manager. At quarterback, you don't have to always go win it with your arm. Sometimes just taking care of the football, making the right reads, making the right play calls will be everything that your team needs it to be. And so kudos to those guys for doing that. And then great job from Buckner. Again, just being what he's a perfect example of a utility guy. When the Bobcats need him to play at defensive end, he shows up. When they need him to kind of moonlighted linebacker, he's showing up. Defensive tackle, when you need him to be fullback, he can handle that. You need him to be a tight end, he can handle that. You need him to go back there and play tailback, he can take care of that job. He's just a do-it-all type of guy for this Bobcat team. You can't be more pleased with a guy like Buckner, and just happy to see him get into the end zone. I don't think any of us had, Buckner with 4 or 5 touchdowns at the midway point of the season here, but he's creeping close to maybe the leading touchdown runner for the Bobcat offense here.
I think so, yeah. I think he had 3 coming into tonight's. That one makes 4. Or is that his second one tonight?
We'll have to go back and.
Yeah, I believe it's his first one. So the Bobcats will go for 2. Pearson Collier is now in the backfield with Randolph, who's in the pistol. Allen split wide to the left.
Cat's going to go duo here.
Tied in, they fake the option, and Randolph runs it in for the 2 points. And a flag comes late, a couple of flags, and an official goes belly up trying to break up some extracurriculars. The 2-point, I imagine, Chris, will stand as those flags came after the play. If it does, it'll be 27-8. Let's wait and see what the officials decide here as Giles County.
That's number 55, Carter Garrett, leaving the field without his war bonnet on. Our camera doesn't pick up that far, but I don't think he was inviting that defensive lineman to Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner by any means. He's a fiery kid. I mean, he's really kind of become the vocal leader of that young Bobcat offensive line. You got so many guys up there that are sophomores or juniors. They really feed off of the energy that Carter Garrett brings and that type of intensity. And you want to see those things from, your offensive lineman. When you have guys like that play with that type of fire, that type of edge, it trickles down to everybody on the ball club. And we're able to see that here. Let's see what the official call is from the official here.
So
looks like we got a late
personal foul, yep, on both teams, and they offset. All right. So the 2-point does count. It's 27-8, should be, I believe. Yep, there it goes. And while they get set to come back out, Chris, I'm interested in your take. You didn't catch the scores on the halftime, Sundrop halftime report, but at the half, Watertown leaded Sequatchie County 14-13.
That is not good information if you are a Bobcat fan by any stretch of the imagination. Watertown proving each and every week they're more and more for real. And it's just insane what a little momentum can do for a ball club. You get a big victory against Giles, and now they're playing some of their best ball. So, again, I've never been a Sequatchie fan in my life, but for the next 2 quarters, 2 hours here, I'm pulling for Sequatchie. It's going to be an interesting one there.
Yeah, both Watertown and Sequatchie 2-0 in region play. So the winner tonight will move to 3-0 and have really a 2.5 game advantage in first place, as Giles and Cascade here tonight sit at 0-1.
And for those that may be just tuning in and don't understand the reference there, the Bobcats fell to Watertown earlier this season. Close ball game. So, again, any hope for the Bobcats to be in first place, you're going to need a victory from Sequatchie here. If not, it's going to be virtually impossible to catch Watertown.
All right, Collier set to kick the right footer from the 40. It's an onside kick and goes 10 yards. Collier gets it. The ball's tipped away, and I believe Giles County is going to get the onside kick. They tried this a couple of weeks ago, and actually coming out with it was Hunter Wilson, as apparently it was tipped away from Collier before he could corral it because it bounced up right at that 10-yard marker. And Giles County, I think, but hold the phone. Hunter Wilson came out with it. The question is, perhaps, did it go 10 yards? And if it didn't, was it tipped by a Bobcat before it hit the 10 yards? And that may be the question.
He's pointing towards Cascade. If it's going to be a first down for Cascade here.
Oh, wow.
That's a tough one. That is an absolute tough one, and I'm not sure what we never got an official sign, because here's the thing. If in fact, because Giles County recovered it, if my eyes are serving me correctly here.
They must have said Pearson was down at the 49, of Giles County 49, which is not 10 yards. It's a yard shy of that. That's where the ball is, and it looked like where he may have touched it. It's the only thing I can think of.
I'm glad you're here, Mr. Plain, because I had some interesting thoughts for this officiating crew. Tough break for the Bobcats.
So Bradley, 1st and 10 for the Bobcat 49. Quick pass complete to Gooch. Gooch on the right side and brought down by Jack Reese. The ball's loose.
He fumbled.
Bobcats get it, and Spidey with his web reached out and stole the ball away on the tackle. 1st and 10, Bobcats, the first turnover of the ball game.
That, my friends, is something, and this is something I don't get a chance to say a whole lot, JP, because of the field of work that I'm in. I don't get a chance to make this comment very often, but in the words of the legendary Portland Trailblazer himself, Mr. Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie, folks. Should have been the Bobcats' ball on the last play. The referees give it to Cascade, and then immediately they cough it up. Big-time play from Spidey himself. Ball does not lie. First down for the Bobcats. Big-time play for Jack Reese.
Well, Reese, we see him, of course, as a returner, the punt returner. But I tell you, the last couple of weeks, he has been stellar in the defensive secondary. Jumbo said, Bentley on the route. So they go to Drew McLemore. And the Big Mac with they say incomplete. Did he step out of bounds?
We have a flag here on the play.
I thought he caught it.
He definitely caught the ball. Unless they're saying he stepped out before he touched it, before he caught it.
And that may be the flag. Okay, he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, illegal touch. But what a catch, though. A nice pass, too. And McLemore had that 33-yard touchdown, I think 33, somewhere along there, touchdown pass catch last week, and is really starting to get some confidence as a wide receiver.
He really is, and there must have been an offensive pass interference there.
Wow.
Because that's a 15-yard.
Yep. I didn't see the call. Did you?
No, but I don't think these officials saw it either.
1st and 10 from the 31. Screen to Collier, right side. A helmet flies off for Cascade. He chases him, and that's going to be a penalty. And Collier all the way out to the first down marker, but the helmet flew off of Caden Hill. If I'm not mistaken, Chris, when you chase after that, when your helmet comes off in high school, that is a penalty. Am I wrong?
I hope you're not, and I hope this play does stand here. But I'm afraid they're going to go illegal hands to the face against the Bobcats.
What? Yeah, so it is on Cascade. And I believe it is because when the helmet came off, the timing of it, he ran and chased it, and then the flag came because you're supposed to stay out of the play once your helmet goes off. And
it only makes logical sense, but, yeah. I mean, we've all – well, I can't say we all, but me and you've been 16, 17-year-old boys. Again, you don't always use your thinking cap in those situations, but he'll be glad that
it just got knocked off. It's laying on the grass.
literally speaking.
First and 10 now from the Cascade 31. The Bobcats on the move, up 27-8, 7:40 third quarter. Toss sweep left side. Collier on the left side gets outside the hash marks and towards the numbers down to the 26-yard line as Clay along with Tyler Rogers on the stop for the champions. And the run game with the lead now, Chris, is something you like to see for Giles County.
And you're going to get a heavy dose of it as this game continues here late or midway point of this third quarter. You're going to see a lot of heavy dose of Buckner. You're going to get a heavy dose of Collier as well.
Hunter Wilson also in the game. Are we going to get the smokestack? We are. So under center, Randolph, followed by Wilson, Buckner, and Collier. Give to the first man, Hunter Wilson. Wilson lowers his shoulders inside the 20. And a Winterburn and Associates first down for the Bobcats as Wilson gets it inside the 20. And Giles County on the move now, under 7 to go here in the third quarter, and a 27-8 lead.
Good tote that time from Wilson. I haven't seen him with many touches on tonight, on this season as a whole, but good-looking tote that time.
London in the backfield. He shifts left. They fake. Now he comes on the sweep to the right side, has blockers, but coming out to make a fantastic tackle, Andrew Dow. Chris, he shoved 2 big offensive linemen out of the way so he could go make that nice tackle.
Yeah, and you know what? That right there is a lot credited to the tackle he's able to make. Good hustle play by him. But Darian London, that being one of his first touches, having the football in his hands this season, he's going to watch that on film on Sunday and immediately say, I could have scored if I just put my foot in the ground and cut upfield. And that's what the coaching staff on the sidelines tell him. Just take it and, go upfield. That's something I think he'll score on, and we'll see later on this season.
High formation, Buckner the fullback, Collier the deep man. Under center is Randolph with 2 wideouts, Bentley and Allen to the left. They give to Buckner. Dallas up the middle inside the 15 down towards the 10-yard line. And I believe just a half a yard shy of the first down. Once again, Clay along with Zakiya Dixon on the stop for Cascade. And it will be third down, I believe. Yes. And 1.
Third down. Third down sponsored by
All right, 3rd and 2, they'll say. From the right hash. Clock now at 5:15 to go in the third. Giles County and Randolph, much like we saw last week, Chris, really dropping that play clock and spending a lot of time with the lead.
Just milking the clock down here.
And now we get a whistle with 5 of the play clock. Giles County will call a timeout, but 5:02 to go in the third quarter. Bobcats on the move, up by 19, looking for more here on the KSR Sports Network.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, wear the throwback uniform.
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Back to action here, 3rd and 2 from the shotgun. Rolling right, Randolph throws it towards the pylon and incomplete. Intended, I believe that was Cheatham, right? Or was that Allen down there?
I think that was Cheatham.
So incomplete, it'll be 4th down, and let's see what the Bobcats decide to do. Definitely in Cabrera's range, but I believe they're going to go for it here, up 27-8. I say that.
Just 4th and 2 here.
Yep. They're looking over to the sideline. Play clock down to 17. And now in the smokestack. Give to the Deep man, it is Collier. Collier has the first down inside the 10, and he moves down towards the goal line, I believe down to the 1. Boy, he just scooted out of there from that scrum after picking up the first down. To Winterburn and Associates first down. First and goal coming for the Bobcats.
Pearson Collier is built so low to the ground. It's hard to get down there where he is to go make that tackle. He nearly skirted his way into the end zone. Good tote that time by Pearson Collier.
Smokestack once again. Collier, the deep man, he gets it again and takes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats, Pearson Collier.
Big time tote from the do-it-all man himself, Pearson Collier. Puts that one into the end zone. One of the Cascade coaches is like outside of the numbers here. I mean, he's asking for a sideline penalty here. His assistant went to go get him to no avail. He's still standing. Officials asking him to leave.
So illegal substitution on Cascade. I guess that was on that play, or was
I'm not sure.
Or was that after? And either way, they'll take it on the kickoff. I think that's what that signal was for. And now a timeout, Cascade, as I believe the coach wants a full explanation. He's willing to burn a timeout for it.
That's the only reason he burned that one.
We'll take it with them. Your score, Giles County 33, Cascade 8. Here, 4:19 to go, third quarter on the KSR Sports Network.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie, and we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
All right, back to attempt either an extra point or they took the points off the board, Chris. It does appear. Should it not be 33-8?
Touchdown did stand. So, again, like you said, the scoreboard should be 33-8, but scorekeeper here usually only adjusts the board after that extra point or whatever the try is.
All right, so going for two. Fake the handoff. Collier is open on the flat and complete for the two-point conversion. Well executed there. Xavier Randolph and Pearson Collier, and the two-point conversion is good. And the Bobcats will now take a 35-8 lead with 4:19 to go here in the third quarter. And we'll leave it here as to get a couple of scores. Hopefully we can get an update on a couple of scores here. As it is Sequatchie County leading Watertown 27-21. That's late in the third quarter. So
Sequatchie leading Watertown now. That's huge, again, for the Bobcats. 4 seeding in the playoffs. Watertown did defeat the Bobcats earlier this season. You're Giles County. You still, in some ways, control your own destiny. You may need a little help. Again, you'd like to see you'd like to see Watertown get beat twice because they would have the head-to-head if you both had the same record. Hopefully, Sequatchie taking care of business here. Most importantly, though, is the Bobcats have got to win out. You've got to take care of business, do what you're supposed to do, win out the rest of your region. You can still be in first place. That would give you an opportunity to host every game in the playoffs, which is absolutely huge for the Bobcat team. And being able to play at home is great. That electric atmosphere at the Brickyard. But for selfish reasons, not every place we go, JP, is as nice as Sam Davis Park. So we can be there for 4 weeks in November to sign me up.
Hello. That's right. All right, Collier set to kick right to left from the 45 as that penalty on the substitution. It is a high end-over-end kick, returnable from the 12 up towards the middle, the 15, the 20, pushing around. Looked like the ball may have been loose, but I don't see anybody acting. It is Cascade. I think he did fumble, but Cascade recovers it, and they'll have it 1st and 10 from that point, down now 35-8. And we'll stay with the scoreboard. No hangover for the Falcons of Lincoln County, Chris. They lead at home back at the pit as they start the fourth quarter over Tullahoma 35-21.
A big bounce back for Lincoln County. They were not pleased and not happy with themselves and how they played and how they performed last Friday against the Bobcats. And that was a big win for the Bobcats. And I think some of that momentum from last week has carried over here. They have done a really, really good job. Gave up 8 points early in the first quarter, and they haven't relinquished any since then.
All right. 1st and 10 from the 22. Shotgun. Bradley gives to Zimmerman. No, he keeps it. And Bradley out to 35 to the 40. And, boy, he had us all fooled. Out to the 42, Bradley with a little hide-me football. Try to find it. Where's Waldo? Where's the football? Bradley with a great job there and a first down run out to the 42.
Best looking play for them offensively since early in this ball game. Bradley did a good job of keeping that when nobody saw it coming.
Shotgun now. Back to pass. Looking to the near side. It is caught. Braxton Burris, and he did get his feet down. A nice catch kind of falling out to the 47, 48-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and short now for Cascade as a little momentum with the change of pace now for Cascade on offense.
Yeah, obviously they've got to pick it up some here, JP. If you want to try to even make this a contest, you got to go quickly. No huddle pretty much the rest of the way for them, trailing by 27.
Still 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. Zimmerman behind, just a step behind Bradley. And Zimmerman will get it, held up by Collier. Mazak there as well for the Bobcats. And once again, those white jerseys, Chris, get into the backfield awfully quick.
We won't get a chance to see it just because it wasn't in the cards. But could you imagine an inside linebacker combination of Tate Bedford and Pearson Collier? Pearson almost took the handoff from Bradley with how quick he met Zimmerman in the hole. Both really, really good at the inside linebacker spot. Very different linebackers, though. Again, Pearson's so quick getting to the ball. And then Tate just such an efficient open field tackler. It would have been a scary sight for a lot of offenses.
And Colt Ogle, need to call his name. We haven't called him a whole lot this year, even though he's leading tackler. He's just always kind of in the mix. Fake handoff out and incomplete. And I believe Colt Ogle was there ready to pounce on the intended receiver, Andrew Dow, and I believe he heard some footsteps.
I think he heard Colt Ogle yelling, "Don't you do it, don't you do it, don't you do it." And he put the ball on the ground. He wanted absolutely no part of Colt Ogle there. Your leading tackler for the Bobcats here. Now we're looking at a quick 4th and fairly long here.
4th and 7, just outside the 45-yard line of Cascade. Shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side. 2:46 on the incomplete. The clock is stopped here late 3rd quarter. They send a man in motion. It's Hill. Back to pass, and he's going to be dropped. A sack on 4th down, turnover, and the Bobcats will get it. Mazak, the first to get there back for the Bobcats, but he wasn't alone.
C.J. Mazak, not 1, not 2, but 3 sacks on the night. C.J. Mazak having an absolutely phenomenal performance here tonight. C.J. Mazak, mama. There goes that man. What a play by C.J. Mazak.
What a play. And we do have a timeout for injury as a Cascade champion is on the green grass in some pain. We'll take a timeout with them as well. We'll tell you about it. Bobcats will have the ball when we come back here on the KSR Sports Network.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at bigggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
Will Benton was the injured champion for Cascade. The right lower leg and had to be helped off, was not putting any weight whatsoever on that right extremity. Bobcats 1st and 10 from the Cascade 39 after the sack on 4th down. Randolph in the shotgun. 4 wideouts for Giles County, 2 to either side. Collier in the backfield. Randolph, 3-step drop, looking down the middle, complete. Jazz Bentley holds on after being rattled by River Maddox, but a nice job for Randolph. And I believe, nope, they're going to be a yard shy. 2nd and 1, ball marked at the 30.
Good catch that time and good ball from Randolph. Did a great job of putting it on the money, made his guy catch it with his hands.
Real accurate tonight is Randolph. Back to pass. Looking deep. It goes down the middle once again. Caught by Bentley once again. And Delonte Clay on the stop. But that seam down the middle has been very successful, Chris, for the Bobcats tonight for ex-Randolph.
He's done a good job of that ball tonight. We've seen him do a really good job all season throwing that same pass. He trusts himself. He does a good job of putting the ball right over the top of that linebacker, right underneath that safety. Perfect ball, perfect catch. Winterburn Associates, 1st down for the Bobcats.
Buckner in the game in the red zone. And actually 1st and goal as they mark it right at the 10. Tied in as well, Burton on the left side of the line. 2 wide out, split, 1 to each side. Looking for a fade. And, well, I thought it was a fade. I think Allen thought it was a fade, the receiver, but Randolph was ready for the slant.
Yeah, miscommunication there. You can see that. I think they both saw something different. I think X recognized the defender had no idea where the ball was at the time. And if Allen turns around, he probably has an easy walk-in touchdown. Just tough break for the Bobcats. Communication error that time. That's a read play, and they both just read something a little different.
So 2nd and 10, 1:32 to go 3rd quarter. 35-8 Bobcats on top. They have dominated this 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores and looking to get more. From the 10, 2nd and goal. They fake the tall sweep. Randolph moves left, has some room, falls down inside to the 5. A flag comes down as Dowell on the tackle, but let's see what the flag is.
That's the same QB counter we saw earlier that Randolph scored off of. Try to get another one.
So a hold, and that was a late hold as well. Appeared after, perhaps, at least when the flag was thrown, Chris, it appeared that that was after Randolph had already gotten past where the hold was.
Yeah, you know what, and I would agree with you, JP, that it was a late hold. However, every call we've seen tonight has been late. So I think it was on time for this crew. They just believe in letting things, I guess, play out. They hadn't threw one on what we would consider to be on time all night. So, but again, though, it looked like Randolph was well past where that was, where the flag was actually through, and just could have been a bad throw by the official.
So the 10-yard penalty in the hold marks it back to the 18. 2nd and goal from the 18. Randolph in the shotgun. Collier to his left. Back to pass. Moves up and incomplete. Nearly picked off right down the middle and a little behind Collier. Nope, that is
Bentley,
Buckner.
I think that was it.
Was that?
I think that's Jazz.
24. Thank you, Tony. It was Jazz. Okay. Nearly picked off. So a break there for the Bobcats. And 3rd and goal from the 18. The clock stopped at 58 seconds.
And if you don't think David O'Connor trying to put this ball in the end zone, you don't know much about high school football, and you know less about David O'Connor.
Right.
We're in a 27-point lead here. You want to try to get this thing to 35, get that clock running in this 4th quarter.
Burton and Buckner double tied in. Give to Collier. No, fake. Pass into the corner of the end zone to Allen, incomplete. And it will be 4th and goal from the 18. And I believe, is that Cabrera? Yep, 45 coming onto the field. So a field goal attempt for the Bobcats as they lead 35-8, 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The ball just inside the left hash, the line of scrimmage, the 18. He'll be kicking it from the 25, so a 35-yard field goal attempt. Hunter Wilson on the hold. The snap, the hold, the kick. Does it have the distance? It does not. Pushed a little right as well and just kind of blocked it out a little bit there for Alvaro Cabrera. So Cascade will get the turnover on downs following the missed field goal, but they trail 35-8 late here in the fourth quarter. And Chris, coming out of the locker room, oftentimes, it's the middle 8, but also the third quarter in particular, a real statement for the Bobcats, and you like to see that coming out of the halftime.
Yeah, you have to be pleased with how the Bobcats started the second half, started this ball game, started the second half of this particular game here tonight. Really brought some momentum defensively, offensively, and just capitalized on the opportunity that they had, putting up 16 here in this quarter alone. Just got to be able to finish drives right there. You want to put points on the board in that situation, really put Cascade away.
1st and 10 from the 20. Back to pass. Out in the flat, complete to Corey Gooch on the right side. They tackle him inbounds, and he's down a little bit. He gets up as Reese was there defensively for the Bobcats as well.
London, I believe.
London, yeah, Darian London. Getting a lot of action tonight, not only defense, but special teams in the return game, and also we've seen him in the backfield a couple of times tonight. Just one of those next man up. This week it was his turn.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. He's on that list in the barrel that we talked about.
So 2nd and 7 as the game clock 1 second. They do get it off before the end of the quarter. Lateral out to the near side, complete, and then dropped. Burris with the catch, and McLemore, as well as Colt Ogle on the stop. Cascade Band kicks into high gear after 3 quarters, but it's the Bobcats football team who has it in full gear. They lead it 35-8, 12 minutes left. Back to Cascade after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at bigggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
Welcome back to Cascade. 3 quarters in the books. 2 really good halftime band performances, and they have not stopped or slowed down as they came back into the stands here. Good food, great weather, good host here tonight. It's been a fun trip for Cascade. Here to Cascade for Giles County. Of course, it always helps when you're winning. But the Bobcats doing what they need to do, Chris, here tonight is 35-8 and really supplanting themselves back in that region mix as they lost their opener to Watertown a few weeks ago.
It's just good to be able to get a victory here, be able to put, back-to-back games together where you play fairly well. I think the Cats will be pleased with their performance here tonight. You just got to make sure you go out here and finish and try to get out of here without any injuries.
All right, Cascade 3rd and 5 as they flip the field, moving right to left. Running out is Bradley. He gets outside the numbers, has the first down, then hit hard out of bounds. Jack Reese, and right into a bunch of black jerseys, and he had a little fun with that, I do believe.
He did. He absolutely tattooed Bradley on that particular play. What a lick there by Jack Reese. He probably stands what looks to be 6'4", 6'5", and he may be 98 pounds soaking wet.
Maybe.
But he absolutely blistered Bradley on that play.
It is a first down run, though, for Bradley, who has had a nice game tonight on the ground. They handed off to Zimmerman and did not get past the line of scrimmage. Mazak there getting off the bottom for the Bobcats. Also, I believe, is Wilburn.
I think that was 72 that got there. And you know who else? It might have been, was that Colt Ogle that got in there again on that particular play?
We're told W.T. Eddy, a senior. Boy, he's a character. Have you ever sat and talked with W.T.?
W.T. Eddy is a South Giles product. I'm a Southern Giles County guy myself. One of my all-time favorites.
Way ahead of his time. There's a high pass intercepted.
That's London.
Darian London gets back there waiting for the high pass as it floated just a bit on Bradley, and another turnover, and the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10 with 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And if anybody thought about leaving early from War Trace to beat the traffic, now's the time that it looks like they may want to do that. I don't think many of them are leaving.
No, I don't think anybody is going anywhere.
That is one of those plays, though, that you might see home fans start to leave on a turnover.
It's been a fun, electric night here, start to finish. This crowd has been great people over here in Ward Trace, and then this band has been the band and the fried Oreos and chicken tenders are worth the price of admission alone. I don't think anybody's going anywhere. Something to take note of, though, JP, this game has started to get a little chippy between both ball clubs. So if you're the Bobcats, you got to keep it cool here down the stretch of this ball game.
That's right. Got another region game next week at Community. Pass complete for Randolph. Inside Cascade territory was complete to Cheatham on the tackle. Trenton, Guile, and Burris. And a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 46.
Good ball from Randolph. Good catch that time from T-Ray Cheatham. Caught the ball, put his foot in the ground, and got upfield.
The land of 1,000 dances happening. That was always one of my favorites at the Pep Band in high school.
Yes, sir.
2nd and 4 for the 46. Collier goes out in motion. Back to pass. Looking down the middle again into double coverage. And incomplete. Intended for Allen. And he picked up his helmet? Did you see that? He picked it up as if it almost came off, and he put it back down. I guess the officials didn't see that. They could have asked him to leave. Incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 4. The clock stops at 10:13.
I understand that's a quarterback trusting his wide receiver. I'm not a fan of that ball, though. There was 3 guys there, 2 underneath, 1 over top. I know you think Allen's a big-time receiver, and I believe that he is. I'm not a fan of that one, but it didn't come back to bite him.
Hunter Wilson and Buckner now in the smokestack guy. The first 2, Collier the deep man. Under center is Randolph. Tight formation for the right hash on 3rd down. They give to Buckner, and Buckner takes it close to a first down, but I believe just short, as Guile once again on the tackle for Cascade. And it will be 4th and less than a yard, Chris, and I don't have any doubt that is certainly an opportunity to go for it.
I believe that wholeheartedly. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention at home, but Monty Bryant and T.J. Cross almost escorted the safety all the way to the other end zone.
Randolph, whistle before the snap, and I believe a timeout. Head coach for Cascade, Jared Karkoff, was right there at the line judge and called the timeout. 9:41 to go in the ball game. Bobcats with a 4th and 1 coming up. They lead it, though, 35-8. Back to War Trace after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
So 4th and 1 from the Cascade 43. Bobcats leading 35-8. JP Plant, Chris Bledsoe with you, Smokestack Guy, and Randolph trying to get a free 5.
Watch Randolph on the keeper here. Fake the handoff.
Try it again. Play clock down to 10 now. Surely they're going to run it. Yeah, there they go. Give it to the deep man, Collier. And Collier, I believe, got the first down. He had a black jersey riding his cape. And there defensively coming up with the tackle was Gabe Graham, but it is enough for a Bobcats first down. And Winterburn and Associates first down. And Giles County moves the chains. And more importantly, Chris, they get to move that clock again.
Before this official here is still looking.
Are they going to? Oh wow! Okay.
You did so good. You were rolling so well. I didn't want to interrupt
came out
you.
So clean.
It did, but you got to pay close attention to this officiating crew over here. You just.
Oh goodness!
They're kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get with this crew, and they've been kind of all over the place. And I was watching, and he just kept looking and kept looking. You were giving just a dynamic delivery there, and let's hope we can stick to it.
Oh, wow. That's close. No, it's short. Okay, so Cascade will get it on the turnover on downs. And, Buckner, he did get pushed back, but his forward progress looked like he clearly had that, Chris.
Yeah, I thought it was clear as day.
Clear as mud, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I didn't think there was any question on that particular play. Again, however, this crew doesn't take my opinions and or thoughts into consideration, unfortunately.
All right, good news. The Bobcats still lead it 35-8, 9:36 to go here in the ball game. Pistol formation, 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. For Cascade, they trail. Moving right to left, they send Zimmerman out in motion. Pass to the near side, complete. Then wrapped up, Cooper White there, slung him out of bounds into the Cascade bench. As the pass was complete to Noah Watson, the senior wide receiver. And the clock will stop at 9:22. And I'm not sure if he got a yard. Actually going to lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
The Bobcats are going to go back and they're going to watch film on this third quarter and on the latter part of that third quarter, even though, and they're going to talk about being able to finish ball games. You just haven't finished this game the way you would have liked to.
Pass incomplete to the near side, intended for Burris. Trailing was Ogle, the linebacker, who at his size, while he can lay the wood from the linebacker position, he's got the athleticism, Chris, that can cover a wide receiver.
He's one of those hybrid safety-looking kids. Again, can cover downfield, but also comes in and does a great job of open field tackling. He's a young Bobcat that's going to do really, really well here in this program.
So 3rd and 11, the clock stopped on the incompletion. 35-8, Giles County with the lead. 5 down linemen, here they come. The screen is complete and then dropped right away. Pearson Collier caught up with Zimmerman. He sniffed that one out from the get-go, and it'll be 4th down for Cascade. And it looks like the punt team. No. Yep.
I believe that's the punt unit. I see Bradley leaving the.
Oh, there he is. There's the punter. Perez. I couldn't find Perez, and he's hard to miss.
That is very true. That drive, again, big play from Coach Ogle, really slowed that drive down and turned things around here. He's a Bobcat that you're going to get a chance to call his name even more so this fall, the grandson of our principal, Mr. Thomas, but also a really great shooter on the basketball court. Nick Campbell looking forward to having him this coming season.
And the punt takes a Cascade roll inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line down there by Gooch. And so a punt of some 37 yards. Make it 47 yards, and it will be 1st and 10 Bobcats, 8-13. I imagine a heavy dose on the ground with the score where it is and the clock where it is.
If I'm in this situation here, I don't know if the Cats can afford to do it just because I don't know if we have the actual bodies to do it. But you like to be able to put in some of your junior JV guys or freshman guys that, may not be playing to get out of here with no injuries or anything crazy happening.
Randolph back at quarterback. Collier to his left in the shotgun. Buckner just behind the left side, tight. And the lead blocker for Collier. Collier breaks out of there, 25-30, still on his feet, 35, out to the 37, and brought down by Hill. But what a block by the senior Dallas Buckner. Man.
Here's the thing. That playing fullback is a lot more fun when you know you get to tote it sometimes, too. You don't mind going 30 yards down the field, blocking when you know it's going to be your turn before too long. Great job from Buckner. Better tote from Collier. Winterburn Associates, first down for the Cats.
Buckner now on the right side, just behind the line. Quick pass, complete to Bentley, near side. 35 outside the numbers and brought down at the 39-yard line by Lyndon Gordon, a sophomore for Cascade. And the clock continues to run, 7:25 and counting. And a second down coming for the Bobcats. And as you would expect, will take their sweet, precious time. 25 on the play clock, and no hurry for the Bobcats here in this offensive possession, Chris.
You just want to keep moving this ball. If you're Giles County.
Give to Collier. Cuts to the outside, 40, 45, 50 in Cascade territory, and pushed out of bounds at about the 44-yard line of Cascade. And a Winterburn and Associates first down for the Bobcats. So to play with the walking horse analogy, they go from the slow walk to let them walk on the run and walk. Right there, Collier got the gears going.
He did, man. Beautiful tote that time from Collier. Did a good job of just putting his foot down and then taking what the defense gave him. He cut so quick that the camera wasn't able to keep up with it, and neither were my fingers. I lost him there for just a moment, JP. Great tote.
High formation, high formation now. Buckner, the fullback, give to Collier. Left side, skirts through, 40, and brought down there by Trenton Giles for Cascade, but a nice run, and Collier's really seeing those holes well. It makes it a lot easier when those offensive linemen are making those really wide holes. I mean, I can see him from back here.
You're exactly right.
But he's doing a good job of finding.
He does a good job of hitting hard and getting where he wants to be. And if you're at home and you're listening, listen, folks, this is KSR Sports Network. This is not Fox. It sounds like it here at Ward Trace, but we're not on Fox. This is KSR. This Cascade band is absolutely impressive. They've been fun to be with here tonight.
Absolutely. 6:50 and counting now. 2nd and 4. I formation. Give to Buckner, the first man through off the left side, and falls forward 2 or 3 yards. Brought down by Rivers Sims, a 6-foot senior for the champions of Cascade. And the clock continues to run now. 35-8, Bobcats with the lead. 3rd and short. And the ball marked at the Cascade 36-yard line near the left hash. And I formation once again. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Under center is Randolph. Give to Buckner. Buckner up the middle and powers through across the 35 down to about the 33, and it is enough for a Winterburn and Associates first down. Bobcats, as they move the chains, and we tick under 6 to go in the ball game, up 35-8.
I'm not sure Randolph actually wanted to hand that one off to Buckner. He was almost trying to pull it out and then run the option with Pearson Collier, but putting that ball inside of Buckner's arms and then trying to take it back is like trying to feed an alligator and asking for the scraps back. Doesn't work out. He almost drew a nub.
Shotgun back to pass, looking down the middle, and had Allen there, incomplete, just off his right hand. Let him just a little bit, but we've seen that pattern wide open all night long, except one play where he forced it in a double team. But the rest of the time, it's looked just like that.
It has, and I know he's going to want that one back. So is X going to want it. You know, DeMario has told us before his favorite route to run is that post route.
Yep.
And so he runs it really, really well.
Yeah, that's the
get that one
skinny
connected.
post variety. Yeah, came from the inside. All right, 2nd and 10 for the 33. Give to Collier, left side, has room outside the numbers now. Lowers his shoulder, knocks the helmet off of a champion, and picks up a Winterburn and Associates first down. Pearson Collier with a collision here in the 4th quarter.
My goodness, what a blow from Pearson Collier. Not only is he shifty, not only can he make you miss, but when you finally get there, he lowers the boom, pops the helmet off of the senior Swaggerty for the Cascade champions. They will be glad when they don't have to tackle Pearson Collier and Buckner anymore tonight.
Absolutely. 5 minutes, under 5 to go. 1st and 10 for the 18 in the red zone. Collier right side, 15, down to the 10-yard line. Pearson Collier. Oh, and he's pounding the football on his helmet because he felt, Chris, I think if he'd have taken one step the other way, he would have had 6.
You're exactly right. Good thing that he didn't. This play's going to come back either way. There is a flag on the play. 10-yard penalty here, holding against the Bobcats.
So that'll push it back. And it'll be second. No, still first down. Yeah, that was a first down. So instead of the 18, back to the 28. So first and 20. I'll get it right here in a moment. Substitutions, McLemore returns for the Bobcats, as does Cheatham. He joins Bentley and Allen. 4 wideouts, 3 to the right. Collier, the lone step back to the left of Randolph in the shotgun. The snap gives to Collier off the big hole on the left side. Stays on his feet, puts his hand down and gets 8 more yards. And down towards the 10-yard line, brought down by Giles, and Collier just wouldn't go down and gained an extra 7-8 yards after it looked like he almost went to the ground.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit, JP. That reminds me of the old game they used to have at Pizza Hut, the pinball game. You can go in there and pay your quarter and eat your slice of pizza. That's what it looks like.
You showed your age at Pizza Hut.
There you go. There you go, partner. It's good to see a running back like that. He's so hard to hit. He runs so hard. Just kudos to Pearson Collier, what he's been able to do the last 2 weeks with the Bobcats. Just been absolutely huge for this ball team here. Totally gassed, but giving it his all here.
He's earning himself another Epsom salt bath tonight. He gets the carry and down towards the goal line. He did not get in, but it will be a 1st and goal situation. Giles once again having the dirty work of having to break down Pearson Collier. But 1st and goal from the 1, and the clock at 3:20 and counting. So great job here, the Bobcats, running that clock and about to put a nail in this coffin here tonight.
Pearson Collier having another monster night here, carrying the load for this Bobcat team.
Collier gets it, shifts, moves into the end zone, touchdown, Bobcats. Pearson Collier. That was his drive. And, you know, they've got a lot of balls, game balls, to go out here tonight. Diamond Dallas Buckner, for one, had a drive that was all him. Collier just had that one. Randolph and Bones Allen have had a couple. It's going to be hard to determine who gets the game ball here tonight. Cabrera for the extra point to the left side, and it is good. And 2:59 to go in the ball game. Your new score, Giles County 42, Cascade 8. Back to War Trace after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
At Haney Realty and Property Management, we strive to work with all your real estate needs. Listing, buying, property management, or rental, we have got you covered. Call me, Daniel Haney, at 931-309-8291, or come by the office located at 109 South 1st Street in Pulaski, and one of our agents will be able to assist you. Our website is www.haneyrealtypm.com. Haney Realty and Property Management. We are your best friend in real estate.
For all your real estate, property management, and auction needs, contact Haney Realty Auction Company.
42-8. Bobcats on top. After that, Pearson Collier drive leading the way.
Yeah.
And a tick under 3 minutes to go here in the ball game, and the Bobcats appear that they're going to take a region win back to Pulaski tonight. And Chris, just what the doctor ordered if you're a Bobcats fan. A little janky, some penalties, awkward plays to start, but once the Bobcats kind of got in rhythm, not only offensively, but that defensive line were monsters tonight.
I mean, they look great. Even start to finish with that group up front, nothing to complain about for them. In that first drive, second drive, you gave up some senseless penalties, some things that, come back to bite you. But since that point, the Bobcats have done a really good job of shutting down this Cascade offense.
Cabrera for the kickoff, giving Collier a breather. He's earned it. It is returnable from the 5, out to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, out midfield in Bobcats territory, still on his feet, then finally goes out of bounds as Bentley rode him for about 15 yards and had just enough pressure to push him out. And on the return, Zishan Swaggerty with a little swagginess on that return.
This is the same young man that was nearly decapitated from a handoff by Pearson Collier. Does a good job trying to put that one into the end zone. He's a little gassed on the play.
And at the end of this game, that is just the type of play that will give O'Connor and these coaches something to look at to keep these kids grounded when they get in the locker room. Don't celebrate too much. Guys, you gave up a huge return. Come on.
You got to be able to finish at that point. I know that's something they'll talk about. Even you can see assistant coach Don Thomas was literally running down the sideline with the return man, and he was letting somebody have it to get out of their gap.
Bradley in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. Zimmerman inside the 15 to the 10. And a nice run as bringing him down for the Bobcats. Damari Allen. And the clock now at 90 seconds, and first and goal coming for Cascade as they try to punch one in late, trailing 42-8. Give to the tailback. Instead of Zimmerman, Joshua Cunningham, a sophomore. And that may have been Cunningham on that last run. As for the Bobcats
WT,
on the tackle, WT, yes, sir. Has an old man soul, doesn't he?
If you haven't had a chance to meet WT Eddie, folks, listen, just come out one Friday night and wait for number 40 to come off the field. I'm telling you, he's a fun kid, plays with a lot of heart, a lot of intensity.
2nd and 9. Give to the tailback. I believe that's Cunningham again, inside the 5. And the clock continues to run at 40 seconds now. 3rd and goal coming. And the Bobcats have a team meal every Thursday afternoon, often at the cafeteria. But yesterday, they went to Senor Lopez, and he was the first person I saw. You going somewhere? I'll get after the play. Stopped in the back. Nope. Bradley keeps it. And a flag comes in. Tackled there by Mazek for Giles County. We'll see what the flag is. It's a hold on Cascade, so that play will come back. The clock stops momentarily at 19 seconds, but if you know WT Eddie, if you've ever talked to him, to hear him say Senor Lopez in that wonderful accent of his, that South Giles accent, it was fantastic.
He is a true minor Hillian through and through. And speaking of through, folks, that's going to conclude it for us here tonight. The Bobcats victorious 42-8 is your final. Big victory for the Bobcats here tonight.
There you go. Rolled right with it. Chris Bledsoe. All right. Stay tuned. Our post-game report will recap this one as the Bobcats get it done in region play, come to Cascade and win it. 42-8, your final from War Trace. Back after this timeout on the KSR Sports Network.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your local one-call number or utility locator service. They can tell you the location of buried natural gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
Bobcats get the win tonight, 42-8, the final. As we welcome you back to Cascade. And Chris Bledsoe, just, as I mentioned earlier, what the doctor ordered, if you're a Bobcats fan, region opponent on the road, hopefully carrying some of that momentum from a big rival win against Lincoln County a week ago at the Brickyard. And while it was a little janky, as I mentioned earlier, to start the things off, but they really found their groove here tonight.
You're exactly right, JP. Not the way you wanted to start it. You had a couple. You had really, and I've said that multiple times, but you just had that one drive where things, just kind of kept piling on top of you. It didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Some miscues, some penalties, some questionable penalties, some things, just you could have corrected, a couple of offsides, things like that just kept piling on top of you that made that drive for them successful. But from that point, Giles County didn't do a whole lot to help Cascade move the ball, didn't have a lot of penalties, and no turnovers here tonight. And that's the difference in your ball game. When you don't turn the ball over, you don't have senseless penalties, you give your guys an opportunity, your team opportunity each week to be successful, and that's what we saw here on tonight. So kudos to those young men playing really hard, being victorious here on tonight. Again, getting a region win. We're not going to get a chance to talk to head coach David O'Connor tonight, but I'll make the statement for him, as he says each and every week. Winning a high school football each week is a hard task. Being able to come out here and be successful is difficult. You got to prepare really hard each and every week for everybody that you play. You came in here tonight to an absolutely phenomenal atmosphere here at Cascade. The fans, the band, the cheerleaders, everybody did their part. Cascade
concession stand.
Everybody did their part. Cascade just didn't have the necessary talent level to be able to compete with the Bobcats here on tonight. But as far as what the Cats were able to do, you have to be super pleased here tonight, being able to battle some adversity and then find out who you are and will yourself to victory. What we were able to see from the Bobcats in the running game, kind of running back by committee, big-time job from Buckner, big-time job from Pearson Collier. Again, just this offensive line gets better and better each and every week. Rundolph did a good job managing the game here tonight, made the plays he needed to make. And then defense as a whole, but especially the defensive line, Braylon Davis, C.J. Mazak are quickly climbing up the sack chart here this season, and what they were able to do just the last 2 weeks. So, again, a lot to be excited about if you are the Bobcats. You're the Bobcat faithful. The Bobcats are now back at 500, looking to improve to above 500 for the first time this season, which sounds crazy to say, and it sounds like the Cats, may be struggling some bit, but I'm telling you, this is a really talented football team. Had some losses to some really good 5A competition, and then one loss to Watertown. So again, the Bobcats are well in position to make a deep playoff run. Just keep taking care of business week in and week out. Do what you got to do, and then cross your fingers that we get some help down the road. Hopefully, before we get out of here, JP, you'll get all the fine folks back at home a final over at Sequatchie.
That's right. We'll start there in our scoreboard. It is a final, and it is, I wrote it down, and I want to double check from what I thought and what I wrote. Hang on one second, folks.
We don't want to get people too excited here, but we're pulling for Sequatchie here, folks.
Yep. So final, Sequatchie 35, Watertown 28. So Sequatchie with the win. They moved to 3-0, and that gives Watertown their first loss of the season in region play. So an opportunity for Giles County to hopefully catch up. Of course, they don't have the tiebreaker with them, but another slip, and Giles County will have the opportunity because they can take their one loss, and perhaps even if Sequatchie wins out, that game on Halloween could be for the region championship, which could mean home field throughout the playoffs until you get to Chattanooga. So that's a good start. So a win-win for the Bobcats there. Elsewhere in region play, Forest was up 54-0 at the half over Community, and that was the final in that one. In 1A football, Richland over Cornersville tonight, 31-0. Also, that was the halftime score, which turned into the final. Eagleville defeated Moore County tonight, 34-7. Fayetteville goes on the road and defeats Huntland, 35-13. Marshall County shutting out Columbia Academy tonight, 45-0 at home. And Lincoln County at the Pit takes down Tullahoma, 41-28. So those are some of your finals tonight. Bobcats win it here, 42-8, and improved to 3-3 on the season, 1-1 in region play. And just a couple of mentions out here tonight. Of course, that defensive line, Braylon Davis got in there tonight. C.J. Mazak with multiple sacks. Defensively, I think that's really where I think that was the star tonight if you had to really pinpoint one group or the other.
For sure. It started with those guys up front, and I think even what they were able to do tonight started, last Friday night. Their big successful night against that talented Lincoln County team, what they were able to do was super huge for them. And, again, it kept increasing, and now they've kind of found their stride. I think Devin Wilburn over that defensive end spot, substituting W.T. Eddie in periodically is going to be huge for the Bobcats, and so you keep continuing to do that. You keep building on what you were able to do here tonight. I think things will continue to get better for you as the season propels and goes along. So if you're Giles County, you're in good position. You're in prime position to be able to take this win, build on it next week, going over to Community, a team that's not very good right now. You got to go over there and take care of business, though. Most importantly, can we get from tonight here at Moore Trace at 9:59 to next Friday at 7 o'clock without any more injuries or anybody going down? We'll keep you posted on that, but that's the plan. Hopefully get everybody on the bus safe, get everybody back home safe, and then have a good week of practice, no injuries, no hang-ups, and then get ready to go to work Friday night.
Wrap everybody in bubble wrap tonight.
You ain't just a kid,
go
partner.
home. So Pearson Collier, another great job, not only rushing the football, but middle linebacker Dallas Buckner had some great plays, another touchdown. And we can't forget about the quarterback, Randolph, who had a really good night through the air. Long completion, of course, to Damari Allen, who had another Bones-like night. A lot of flowers to go around here tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right, man. A lot to be excited about. Those guys played well. Bones did a good job. You have to be pleased with Damari and what he was able to do. Even Randolph, again, just consistently doing his job. T-Ray Cheatham, another one of those guys doing his job. So, and then we can't talk enough about Pearson Collier, what he's able to do. Again, just keep everybody healthy, keep playing hard, keep working hard. I think the Cats have a lot to be excited about. It'll be a fun rest of the season here if we can keep playing this way.
All right, partner, we survived the video stream tonight.
We made it out.
Well done.
We made it out.
Well done. All right. For our spotter extraordinaire, Tony McLean, it's fantastic tonight. It's a world of difference. Graphics back at the station, Morgan Beckman. Kenny, of course, running the board for Richland's game tonight. And Elijah, if you're listening, you're welcome to come back as soon as possible. We missed you, buddy.
We definitely missed you. And listen, this is just Chris Bledsoe talking. I do not speak for Morgan or Kenny Beckman, but this will be, if I have anything to say about it, this is your last night off, partner. We need you for the long haul, especially late in this season as we get ready to go into playoff time.
There you go. All right. So we appreciate all you tuning in here on the KSR Sports Network. For Chris Bledsoe, I'm JP Plant saying good night from War Trace. Bobcats win it 42-8. Thanks for tuning in to the KSR Sports Network.